Hello everybody. We are getting ready to watch the E3 for this year. Nintendo's E3 starts in 3 minutes, so we're gonna take a look at all that they have to offer this year. In the meantime, we've got some Nintendo music going on in the background, some classic Zelda shooting gallery from the N64 games, and yeah, so hopefully, we'll get some people turn out. Currently, obviously it's just me, but we'll see how it goes. But yeah, so I'm kind of excited to see what all is going to be offered this year. It'll be interesting. I've heard so far, obviously you can see on the screen that they're going to be promoting Splatoon 2, basically Pokken Tournament 2, which is Pokken Tournament DX, and then the new game ARMS, which is their new IP, which will kind of go into the different functionality of the new Joy-Cons for the Switch. It's kind of interesting how it's going to be used for that thing. What's up, Cloud117? Welcome to the stream. Luckily, I was able to figure out how to get YouTube to stream to my stream, so that was interesting to figure out. But good morning to all. Hope you're doing well. Or I guess, how are you guys doing? Kind of cool that people actually showed up. I was honestly just like fully expecting no one to come. But thank you. So melancholy. About Clock Town. We got that going on in here. There we go. Alright, so this the announcement stuff is going to start in 1 minute. So hope you guys are ready. We're gonna see what's gonna happen. Oh, I got some coffee. Oh, it's noon. Where's my stream? Come on, Nintendo. What are you doing? Playing WWE. That's interesting. How's that? Oh! Here we go. Let's turn this off. We'll get ready for this guy. Alright. Click. So, yeah, I'm sure everyone knew that ARMS was going to be a thing. It's definitely taking advantage of the Joy-Cons for the Switch, which, if you don't know, the Joy-Con is literally just a combination of joystick and controller. Oh, so they are going to take Rocket League to the Switch. That's cool. And then Pokken Tournament DX. Makes sense. I actually never played the original Pokken Tournament. I played like the demo. I don't give a shit about FIFA. It kind of makes me sad that FIFA... okay, so like FIFA is a massive franchise, let's be honest. Me personally, I have no interest in sports video games like that. It's like, why don't you just go fucking play the game? Splatoon 2, also another new IP that I never really got to touch. I've heard Splatoon did amazingly though, especially in like the competitive scene. I was surprised that a competitive scene even was created, honestly. I definitely didn't expect that sort of game to become competitive. But yeah, that's pretty cool that they're doing Rocket League. I saw some people in my like news feed. You played a little bit of Pokken Tournament? Yeah, it looks like it's fun. I never really had much of an interest in the sort of one-on-one fighting type of thing in that sort of limited environment. But yeah. So let's see what Reggie's got going on. If it's not a battle, where's the fun? Can you hear it okay? Do I need to turn it up any?
Fun and battle always locked together. But the game is also something else. It's a journey, a passport to new worlds. Maybe even an odyssey.
Oh,
a look, a
Super
feel,
Mario Odyssey.
An exploration. Close your focus and open your mind. Yes, the journey requires the right ticket. And that ticket is Nintendo Switch. But in the end, it's not just where you can take your game. It's where your game can take you. So let's go.
That's actually a pretty cool animation. I wonder if this... Oh no!
The story goes that when the world was young,
this is probably Xenoblade Chronicles 2.
Everyone in Allrest lived on the world
because
tree.
Monolith's soft.
Together with our divine
that's what
father,
it is.
the architect.
I'm actually pretty excited for this game. This looks really cool.
Elysium. You're a blade.
What?
As the driver of the Aegis, can you take me to Elysium?
She's a sword?
Let's go to Elysium.
What the shit?
I'll take you there myself.
That's interesting.
Pyra!
Here!
Cover me!
Got it!
So, I played, I'm really feeling it! God damn it. I played Xenoblade Chronicles X that came out for the Wii U, and it's a very interesting battle mechanic. Like, I've never played a game that had like a battle style like that. And the game is usually really pretty.
I'm guessing your goal is Elysium.
But it's a really cool RPG. It's literally like playing an anime. It's really amazing. Usually the story content is really good quality. As you can see, like, the environments are massive. Absolutely massive and usually gorgeous.
This blade he calls Pyra. Her flames hide something deeper.
But yeah, like, this is one of the IPs that came out in like within the last decade that I like really have high hopes for.
You will have to show it. Not with words, but with your own strength.
Everyone, let's go!
Let's go! I'm really feeling it. Click.
Sometimes you need a hero. A sword swinging, fire wielding,
What the shit?
stone cold hero with an insatiable appetite.
Kirby? Oh wow, look at the graphics. He looks like he's made out of like clay or something. You can make friends with people? That's so cool. A water bomb? That's interesting. It looks like you can combine the different skills of maybe the people that are in your party. I don't know, that's really cool looking. Wispy Woods. Look at all those apples! That looks awesome. 2018, they don't even have a title for it. What's up?
Hi everyone, I'm Shinya Takahashi from Nintendo. I hope you've been enjoying the journey with Nintendo Switch so far.
I would if I could afford one.
Switch is being accepted by video game fans from
Yeah,
all over
like
the world.
it reminded me a lot of like Yoshi's Woolly World
So
and
relieved.
what do you call
Take
it?
Switch outside, come together,
Um,
and share the experience.
Kirby's Epic Yarn,
This idea
which both
was
had the
not
co-op.
hoped
I
by
assumed there would have been
Switch,
co-op in it,
but people
honestly,
are
at this
coming up
point.
with many
Like,
creative ways to play.
I love
All
co-op
kinds
in
of
Kirby
places,
games. It's
in many
it's
more
so
ways
fun
than
because
we
like Kirby's such a goofy game.
This summer,
It's great
Nintendo
with
and its
co-op. It
third-party
makes for a
partners will
great
release
game.
many multiplayer
really fun.
games that can be played anytime, anywhere, and with anyone. We hope there will be many heated competitions that will be ignited by Nintendo Switch. Now, we'll continue our look at even more new game worlds for Nintendo Switch. But before we do, there is one announcement we'd like to share from our very special friend. Please take a look.
Hi everyone,
Konnichiwa.
I'm Tsunekazu Ishihara from the Pokemon Company.
Oh,
Just the
nice.
other day, we announced that Pokken Tournament Deluxe is coming to Nintendo Switch.
Oh, okay.
This
So
is
it's
the latest
not a
version of
not
the
really a
premier
new
Pokemon
game.
fighting game.
It's just
Two
a
people can dive right into battle using two Joy-Con controllers.
it's just
So you
a
can
port,
experience
and I'm
heated
assuming it has
Pokemon
like the
battles with just
like
one
DLC.
Nintendo Switch console. There are
Otherwise
some
it's the
fresh
same game.
additions,
Oh,
including
that's
new
cool. I
Pokemon.
didn't realize
And this
Decidueye
deluxe
was the
version of
person
the
that could
game
play in that.
will be on display at E3 for attendees to play.
Empolion's an interesting pick for that game.
I have one more announcement. Game Freak has begun developing a core RPG Pokemon title on Nintendo Switch.
What?
It may not release for more than a year, but we hope you'll look forward to it all the same. In the meantime, let's enjoy
Wow.
this year's E3.
That's fucking tight, dude. They're coming out with a main
Thank you
Pokemon
very
game
much.
for the Switch.
We
Like
heard that the Pokemon series is being
unheard
developed
of.
for Nintendo
Unfucking
Switch.
heard of.
What kind of Pokemon game will we be able to play on Nintendo Switch? I'm looking forward to it myself.
Because like they had Pokemon Coliseum and
At this
Pokemon
year's
XD,
E3, we're
but
mostly
those
showing
weren't
games
main
that will be
titles.
released in
They were not main
2017.
titles.
But please know that here
That's
at Nintendo,
really fucking cool.
we're working on many forms of entertainment that can only be made possible on Nintendo Switch. We hope you look forward to them as well. Now let's continue on with the journey with Nintendo Switch.
Here we go. I'm guessing this is the Mario Odyssey. Oh, oh! Oh my god, dude, I did it! Oh my god! Metroid Prime 4? Are you fucking serious? Oh my god, dude. Oh my god! Oh my god, Jesus Christ, that's fucking awesome. Dude, that's all it showed, and I couldn't be happier. Oh my god. Oh my fucking god. That's the best thing. My day is just perfect. Is that Yoshi's Woolly World again? Oh no, it's just regular Yoshi. Dude, I got, Yoshi's Woolly World was really good. I basically played it, just like a little bit. But I like the co-op, like you can see right now. And the interaction with everything being like yarn and stuff. This looks almost like a toy game. Pretty cool. It's almost like they combined Yoshi's Woolly World and kind of like the basic thematic concept of, what do you call it? Super Smash Brothers, because in the original Super Smash Brothers, all the characters are supposed to be like little dolls and stuff that you're playing with against each other, as if, you know, you're just playing with action figures and using your imagination. So that's kind of seems like the concept for that as well. Dude, Everlast! Oh my god, you should have seen my reaction when I, like, with the 4 and the music, I just knew. I knew exactly what the fuck it was, and I was just like, oh my god. Well, now you have something to live for. Like, goddamn, I was so happy. Joined by heroes who have appeared from other worlds. It almost sounds like they've
We've come here to save you.
brought Fire Emblem Heroes. Okay, so like Fire Emblem Heroes is the app game.
If you can't do this, who can?
But it was the first, I believe it was the first game where they introduced a multiverse concept, and it introduced the idea of people going from like game to game, like the different kingdoms, being able to like go through dimensions so that they can work together to like confront evil, that sort of thing. So it looks like they brought that idea to a main game, which is very interesting.
Hi there. I'm the Legend of Zelda series producer, Eiji Aonuma. You may have already heard about it during Bethesda's showcase that was held a few days ago. It was announced that select Zelda items will appear in the Nintendo Switch version of Skyrim.
That's fucking cool. I didn't know that.
I'm looking forward to exploring Skyrim with the Master Sword in hand.
Yeah.
When did this Master Sword get in my hand? Next, we'll take a look.
They do some cheesy shit.
For the Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild.
Oh, where did this Master Sword come from?
On a new Hyrule adventure.
After Fusion, I feel like it'll take place immediately after Metroid Prime 3. It wouldn't really make sense to take place after Fusion, just because there's already a cliffhanger immediately following Metroid Prime 3, so they already have something to build off of, so I highly doubt it would be based out like after Metroid Fusion. It wouldn't really make sense for them to do that. So they're adding updates to... Nice! Yeah, I've heard that this year is when they're gonna come out with some more of the DLC for Breath of the Wild. Because there are, like, I believe, Master Mode? What's the difference? That's pretty cool. But yeah, they've been talking about the DLC from Breath of the Wild before it was even released. So that'll be cool to see what all they do with it. So I don't know anything about Breath of the Wild. I've intentionally tried to avoid information about it, just for the sake of, like, I don't want to, like, spoil it. The characters and animation and stuff look spectacular, though, I will say, like, from what I have seen. It's definitely something I am really excited to play. One can assume that those characters are probably, like, some sort of sage. The Champions' Ballad. Yeah, see, like, that's more DLC stuff. Yeah, the expansion pass. That sort of thing is stuff that's been in the works for a long time now.
What did you think? I actually have one more announcement that I'd like to share. The 4 champions that appeared in The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild will be available as amiibo.
Oh wow,
the Zora
cool.
champion, Mipha. The Goron champion, Daruk. The Rito champion, Rivali.
Oh, he's
and the
Rito.
Gerudo champion,
Wow, that's
Urbosa.
interesting.
You'll be able to use these 4 amiibo
That's
in
cool
The
that
Legend
they
of
brought the
Zelda
Rito
Breath
people
of the
back.
Wild.
Considering they've only been in Wind Waker.
Of course, you'll be able to use these in the DLC packs that you just saw, so please look forward to them.
This changes the game. Travel the world. Bring people together. Play anywhere with anyone. If video gaming is a journey, then anywhere has to include a stop right here in LA during E3. This is Magic Week, where booths buzz and channels glow.
I couldn't imagine how
game
crazy it
worlds
must be
you've
at some
heard
of these
about
conventions right
suddenly
now.
spring into life. And this summer, a new kind of heated competition ignites right on Nintendo Switch. It kicks off later today with the Splatoon 2 World Inkling Invitational, which brings teams from the Americas, Europe, Australia, New Zealand, and Japan to see whose colorful skills are the best.
Oh wow, that's pretty cool.
Tomorrow, the Pokken Invitational will be held. You might recognize some of our 8 competitors
of Reggie's body. That's
Later
really
on Wednesday,
funny.
we'll see 8 players throw punches in the fun and competitive game ARMS, which launches later this week.
That's really, I didn't realize he had been a part of Nintendo for that long. I mean, I guess it makes sense just because you can't be a top, you know, representative without having been there for forever. But yeah, I didn't realize Reggie was even a thing until just like a handful of years ago.
At E3 for all the details and news about Nintendo Switch and Nintendo 3DS.
And he is still ready.
But now, there are a few more worlds left to visit on our journey before we land in the booth.
Gotcha.
Let's go.
Yeah, no, I definitely did not realize he'd been a key component for that long. Yeah, I saw briefly a little bit of this, I think it was yesterday.
Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle, and it will be developed exclusively for the Nintendo Switch.
Oh, nice.
The Rabbids' crazy personalities and
yeah, I saw that where like the Peach Rabbid was just like, you're out for each other, you mediocre. It's really funny.
They will surprise you in this tactical adventure filled
what
with
on
combat
earth?
And exploration.
This game
Mario
is so weird looking.
And his friends will join them in an epic quest to put the kingdom back in order. We can't wait for you to play the game on August 29th.
It looks really funny. It took a selfie. That's great. What, Rocket League? They already showed Rocket League. Oh, that's cool. Cross-network play. Is that like a LAN?
On behalf of everyone here at Psyonix, we're extremely excited to announce that Rocket League is indeed coming to Nintendo Switch. We know that both the Rocket League and Switch communities have wanted it, and now we're going to release it. Complete with cross-network support that lets you play.
I really admire when distributors pay attention to what people are saying.
Plus exclusives like local wireless multiplayer, Mario and Luigi hats for customizing your car, and new exclusive cars we'll talk about later this year.
Look for Rocket League.
Oh, really? I didn't realize that. That's cool. It's amazing how much cross-platforming is becoming a thing. Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I didn't realize that. Cross-platforming is also coming to Minecraft, in case you guys didn't know. That includes the Switch as well, apparently. I didn't realize that. I just assumed it was going to be for like the Xbox One, PC, and then they're already doing it with the Pocket Edition. Oh, here's Odyssey. There it is. Fiesta Mario. I like the music. I wonder if they're gonna have that sort of thing, like jazzy type of music. Huh. Oh, that's cool. What the shit? So you can like take control of things by putting your hat on it? Oh, okay. Well, that's kind of neat. That's pretty cool. So it seems like this Mario game is like heavily reliant on like his hat mechanic. It's almost like Majora's Mask, where like it was a Zelda game based on masks. This one seems like it's a game based on hats. I do like the theme music, it's nice. Oh, you can get different outfits too, that's cool. That's pretty cool. He's a tank? Dinosaurs? Jesus. I'm actually, yeah, no, I think that actually looks really cool. When I first heard about Super Mario Odyssey, I didn't give a shit about it, honestly. But that actually looks really cool. That actually piques my interest a bit. Is that it? Really? We're done? We're done, skis? What the shit? Well.
Hey everybody, and welcome to
Nintendo
Treehouse Live at E3 2017. We're back for another year. We've got a lot of great game content to show you, and a lot of special guests.
I was like, that seemed really short.
We're going to take another look at Super Mario Odyssey. Just saw the video in the spotlight. It's going to be coming out on October 27th, really soon, and we're going to take a look at some gameplay.
Wow, that is soon.
I'm Sam from the Treehouse, joined by my colleagues from the Treehouse, Rob, and Scott.
Jesus,
on the
that's
end.
4 months from now.
And we have some very special guests with us for this segment. We've got the game's producer Koizumi-san and the game's director Modokura-san. Thank you both so much for joining us today.
Hey.
Really looking forward to it. So I know folks are probably really excited to get into gameplay, but before we jump in, there were a lot of
I don't know, how much
cool
do you guys care about the
video,
treehouse
and I think folks
aspect?
are going to be really interested in
Because
all
most
the
of the
different
time I
directions
just
that you're
ignore
taking
this
this
shit.
game. But at the core, there's really kind of a driving philosophy that you've got going. I was wondering if you could tell our viewers a little bit more about that.
このゲームの基本的なコンセプトを説明していただけますか。まず今ビデオを見ていただいてどうでしたか。何か面白かったところはありますか。
First, could I just ask you, was there anything you saw in there that particularly surprised you?
Yeah, I feel you did.
I gotta say, the first time I saw that T-Rex, my heart stopped.
The dinosaur was a
it was
big
so
deal.
exciting.
There's something about those little microphones. I'm probably just gonna like make fun of these people for a bit. But like, whenever I see those microphones, it just strikes me as like
going on a journey in this game, but we're also trying to give the player a lot of
super cheesy dialogue,
really big surprise
in like the 90s. Like, I think it has to do with like. Have you seen the? It's like a Christmas movie with Arnold Schwarzenegger, and it's like Jingle All the Way, I think is what it's called. And like during the parade, they have like microphones that are sort of like that, except they're like colorful. I think that movie has tainted my perspective of microphones that look like that.
Something that's familiar, that's attractive, that's really cute from the Mario series, and bounce people back and forth between the familiar and the surprising.
Yeah, I could see that, where he's saying like bounce between the familiar and the surprising. I would say there's honestly more surprising than there is familiar, because really the only familiar aspect of it is, you know, the enemies and Mario. But like, it doesn't even look, or it doesn't even feel like a Mario game. It feels more like a
So the kind of
like a ukulele or like a Banjo-Kazooie or something like that. Just because like you can transform, I guess, when you like take over them with your hat. I don't like how it takes place in the real world. Well, I think that's part of it, is like he's adventuring. It's part of his odyssey.
And we talked about surprise before, but basically the unit of surprise in this game is those power moves. Those always equal a surprise, so you go around.
Yeah, Cloud. Yeah, I totally could see that. But
surprising, and that gives you
I think it's supposed to be like a cross-dimensional type of thing. But honestly, I feel very similarly. I think it's kind of weird
first I'd like to take a quick look at the
that
Odyssey,
it's in like a real-world type of setting, as well as the regular
and
stuff.
It's powered by these power moons, so you keep needing additional thresholds of them to get onto the next kingdom. And just to show off a little bit of the new moves, obviously there's the hat throw. You can make it stay in place, which is sometimes valuable. It can grab things for you.
That's kind of cool.
There's two kinds of coins, which
it's kind of cool that your hat is actually a character, I think, in that game.
Cappy is both the red hat that he's wearing, and also in his native form, he's a white top hat. And so one other move that's pretty cool is this circular throw. Knocks away everything.
So he's a white top hat.
Let's get down into the city. And as you saw in the trailer, so there's the capture mechanic lets you take over things. It also lets you do fairly exotic things like turn into electricity, travel through wires.
What the shit?
So how did the capture mechanic come about?
So they still have the flag, or like the checkpoint. That's kind of cool. 4 out of 100. They still have like the 100
when we were making this game,
collection
what
mechanic
we started out doing was making just
for
a
achievement type
huge
stuff,
amount
for like
of different
completion, I
gameplay
guess.
prototypes.
このキャプチャーというアクションもそのうちの一つです。
The interaction
this
with
capture
the,
action was just
I wonder
one
if
of
you
those
can
prototypes.
jump and hit those
みんなでこう
blocks.
アイデアを出し合った中
They're
に
lights, I
出てきたん
know,
ですけど
but
も、
they
それ
do
を
have the question
そう
marks
ですね
on
2、
them.
3日ぐらいで作って遊
That'd be kinda
んでみた
cool.
らものすごく面白かったので、すぐゲームの中心に入れようと決めました。
So random.
So, you know, it was just one of the ideas that came up, but we worked on it for 2 or 3 days, and it just instantly turned into something that was really fun, and we decided, well, okay, this should just be the center of this game.
I have not seen
I
the
love how
game
much it encourages
theaters
that
video.
exploration and experimentation that I think the Mario games.
A Mario mod for GTA.
Super Mario 64, Super Mario
I'm pretty
Sunshine.
sure.
Here
I'm
we've
pretty
had,
sure it's
so
not.
much stuff that just looks
It's
interesting.
just
You're
a
wondering,
little
okay, what will
sure.
happen if I throw my cap at it? You never really know what's going to happen, so you want to try everything just to see.
何でも試してみたくなる仕様ですね。
New
まあ、そう
donk.
いう要素があって。
そうですね。いろんなものにこう帽子を投げたり、試してもらえたらなと思ってます。
You might be right,
Yeah, I
Cloud.
definitely hope one of the people, while they're playing
Considering
this
the
game, they
city
just
is called
burn
New
their head with
Donk,
everything and try all sorts of
I
different
feel like
things.
that's a pretty strong
Right now,
tie
normally,
to Donkey Kong,
if you're
or
following
like
the
an
story path of the
implication.
game, you'd be talking to Mayor Pauline, who wants you to recruit musicians. There's one there. But we're going to ignore that right now because there's lots and lots of things to do beyond following the main story of the game. Like possess rockets and turn into rockets
And why
with
wouldn't you do
mustaches.
that if you could? Actually, that's an interesting note there. So you mentioned Mayor Pauline, and I think our sharp-eyed viewers will have noticed that some of the street signs are references to some Donkey Kong characters. We've got some interesting red girders going on here. I wonder, Koizumi-san and Monokura-san, if you can tell us a little bit more about this city. It's got some interesting backstory.
やっぱりポリン市長がいて、ニュードンクシティという名前がついてると、なんかもっと何かこの都市について説明していただけますか？
そうですね。名前もそうですし、
What an
ドンキ
athlete!
ーコングのキャラクターで何かのゲームに
Trainers hate him.
ありそうですけど、今日はちょっとあまり詳しく言えないんですけど。
So certainly you can tell that Pauline is from Donkey Kong, and the name New Donk City probably leads you to a couple.
Wow,
of
the Mayor Pauline.
I like the shirt you're wearing, by the way.
That's cool. Pauline is the female.
楽しみに。
I don't think Peach
Please look
was
forward
the
to hearing more
original
about
one. So it's Pauline that you're trying to say, or Pauline is the mayor, and Pauline is, I believe, the female character in Donkey Kong.
And this is interesting here, where we see.
That's interesting.
I mean, really throughout New Donk City, and I think throughout the world, we've got these really fun playground elements where you're bouncing on things, you're jumping on things, you're swinging. Can you tell our viewers a little bit more about how you came up with that?
I wonder if it has like an achievement system. Because you know, I like achievements, achievement hunting. You know, because I am typically a completionist type of person. Like that's how I like playing games. I like 100%ing them. Granted, it takes a bit more work, but it's more satisfying because you get to know all like the
going back to that
secrets of the game.
prototyping process I was talking about before,
Or at least most of them.
Lots and lots of different ones, lots of different game ideas. And then next
wow,
what we think about is where to
pretty
place
cool.
them within the stage.
そこにそのアートであるとか具体的なものを載せて遊んでみます。
So you know,
I
we put
like
on the
the
stage,
hat
we like combine it
mechanic
with different
that
art
they can
assets,
use
like
it
kind
as
of
like a
real
method of
things to see what it might
transportation.
actually
That's
look like
kinda
or work in game, and then try playing it.
そうするともっとこうしたいとかいろんな意見が出てくるので、それをさらにそこに上乗せして作っています。
And then, you know, obviously out of that, like different things come up, like, oh, maybe we could do this a little bit differently. Maybe this could actually work like this instead. And then
I wonder if he would die if he jumped off. Please jump off.
Just continues from there.
Please do it.
先ほどちょっと出たタクシーをジャンプさせるのもスーパーマリオサンシャインでもちょっと似たような仕様があったので、そういうところからちょっとヒントを得ています。
And so, you know, you saw before, you know, we were able to jump on top of the taxi, and that's something that was sort of in Super Mario Sunshine at times. So in that way, we're also getting hints from past games.
Can I quickly interject that so as I mentioned, the goal right now is to recruit these musicians. And when I was first playing this game for a feedback report for the development team, I could not figure out how to get to this guy on the top of this building. You can just barely see him. He's a speck right now in that triangular building. And the way I eventually found to do it was to take a really long fall. And that worked.
Oh, I feel bad for his knees.
To my surprise. And I wanted to know, you know, when you saw that report from me, you know, what was that a problem to be solved? Was that a cool thing? What was that?
このマリオはNCR の報告書を書いていたときに、こういうふうにトランペットのバンドマンに到着できますよと書いてましたが、それを見てちょっと困っていい。
Well, he did jump off like I wanted.
それは読んだんですけれども、
It doesn't seem like there's fall damage in this game, though. That's interesting. I don't think they've ever done that.
I did read that. I didn't know you were going to be playing that right now.
Troublemaker.
Well, I also know the real way, or another way.
Of course.
Boing.
That is like, I kind of like the hat mechanic. I think that's pretty neat.
それもスーパーマリオ64やスーパーマリオサンシャインから続くものだと思います。
But you know, you found your own way to play it, and like, you know, letting users, you know, play around with the game and find their own ways of doing things. That's something that, you know, goes way back in 3D Mario.
What if they still have like the regular jumping
Sunshine as well?
So this is actually one of the two kingdoms that's going to be playable on the show floor. The show floor, of course, isn't open yet, so we don't have folks playing the game at this moment, but I'm really looking forward to talking to folks after they've played it, because I think there's so many different ways to problem solve.
I'm glad they still have that like dash jump
in these kingdoms.
I'm
not even sure if folks will find everything over the course of the show.
Granted, it's been in like Super Mario Galaxy and Galaxy 2, but they totally took it out of Super Mario Sunshine,
so much
which is one of the things that made me
you aren't
sad
kicked out
about
of
the
the level
gameplay
every time you find a moon.
Like,
There is no
I have
reason
many other like
every little thing
far more significant reasons
no
why
time limit,
Sunshine kind of made me sad.
There's no disincentive.
I was a little sad that they took that out of that game.
There's lots and lots of cool stuff. Whoa!
Okay.
Yeah, that is a very interesting change that adds, I think, to the immersion in the kingdoms. When you think about Super Mario 64, Super Mario Sunshine, whenever you got your, whatever the collectible objective was, depending on the game you were playing, you'd get bumped out of the area and you'd have to come back in. But here, since you're not going to get booted out of the kingdom when you collect a Power Moon, there's a lot of encouragement to just go check out that weird thing you saw on the horizon, because you can still continue with whatever your primary objective is. Oh no! And then, you know, keep on tracking and finding moons.
Another reason to explore everything is that there's very little there's very little punishment for dying. I just lost 10 coins, and you know, there's lots. So,
oh wow!
And I get to try again right away.
That's cool. That's a cool way of going about lives.
It's also worth mentioning that the bullet bills here are coming out with visors on, so they cannot be captured until you knock their hats off, because an enemy with a hat is the scariest thing in this game.
Fashion is very important in this game. You got to be conscious of your headwear. Oh, careful.
Oh, no. You suck, dude.
Well, apparently this is not my day for this challenge.
That's right. 3rd time's a charm, right?
Yeah. And if at first you don't succeed, give up on the 3rd attempt.
I'm just looking at the space where we saw other sections of New Dog City, and looking here, I'm just so impressed with the texture work that's been done. And I feel like every time I see a new build of this game, more and more of these textures are just jumping out at me. It's
this guy
really
needs to work on his jumps.
It is a gorgeous game, and we have some other segments later on in the stream that are going to highlight some especially pretty areas.
Oh, you got this.
Yeah.
Ding, ding, ding.
And oh, while keeping my fingers and toes crossed.
She's like freaking out.
One thing that we haven't mentioned yet, that we probably should talk a little bit about, is the fact that you're playing with Joy-Con with the wrist straps attached.
Yes.
So the moon seems like
that's a really
the shine sprite and star from the other games.
Controller options. But you can do so much with the motion controls, and
cool.
throwing Cappy feels very intuitive.
You can see like under
I'm
the coin amount. You can see
section of the game where I showed the sand world, which is also playable on the show floor.
I wonder if there's like a certain amount per world.
So give me just a moment.
Oh, no worries. But I do love that as you're experimenting, and I think we'll see folks doing that on the show floor here, so many of your gestures will affect how Cappy moves, that while you're holding the Joy-Con,
this is definitely a really interesting
you really want to just try moving your arms in different directions. Like, okay, I'm going to throw
step
up, I'm going to
in
down,
the Mario
out.
franchise.
But,
like, you know, there's
really
a lot of
well
new things that are being kind of confronted.
Oh, this place is so pretty.
So here we're in the Sand Kingdom, in the town of Tostarena.
Okay, so that's a green moon. I don't know what the difference is in the colors.
They have a problem now because
you can roll?
it's all frozen. Everything is cold for reasons, of course, that Mario will eventually solve.
Yeah, actually, if you hang still for a second, we can show his little idle animation when he's
cold.
Oh,
yeah.
Really cute.
Oh, he's cold.
I love the locals here too.
Yeah, I think he's distracted by the local dancing around, but I think if he's by himself, then he really shivers.
Oh, poor Mario.
Yeah.
It's cold there?
So let's see here.
That's interesting.
One thing I
it's
did
the
want
desert.
to show off is, so as we mentioned, there's 2 kinds of coins in this game. And for I believe the first time in the mainline Mario series, you can actually buy things with your coins. And I wanted to ask the developers how that came up, you know, that
yeah, it's about time you could fucking buy stuff with coins as opposed to just collecting coins for nothing. That's interesting though, like that's another part of the development. It's cool that they have like region-specific coins
we wanted,
too.
You know,
like that's what those little triangle
as
things
coins
are.
In this game, actually use them as money.
外国に行った時にその国のお金ってすごいなんか印象に残ってないですか?
And you know, I think you'll agree. You know, if you go to a foreign land, one of the things that makes the biggest impression on you is the currency.
これ使えるのとか思ったりしないですか?
You know, you kind of look at it and you think, wait, is this real? Can I use this?
今回はマリオもいろんな国を旅しますので、その国のコインというものを用意しています。
And since Mario is going around to all these different kingdoms in this game, we wanted to make sure that there was a currency for each one.
要素はコレクトするコインの要素になっていますので。It's
funny how you can see like his face and the little ball of electricity.
And they're collectible items, so you can use them to buy different outfits.
Welcome to the Crazy Cat.
It's
kind of cool.
Yeah, and it's always fun to buy souvenirs, right?
Yeah,
absolutely. And speaking of shopping, we are now in Crazy Cap.
So there's two kinds of coins as we mentioned. The purple ones are unique to the local kingdom. The yellow ones can be used in any shop.
That's interesting.
I'm going to buy. Because the guy at the door said maybe I should, I'm not living up to their dress code, maybe I should buy some clothes to fit in better. I'm going to buy a local sombrero and poncho. And wait till you see how adorable Mario looks.
Totes absorbs.
Being adorable. I just love the shopkeeper.
Yeah, and their huge stack of hats.
Yeah.
And you can see some of the souvenirs you can buy there that you can use to decorate the inside of the ship.
Nice.
And now I'm rocking this look. And let's go try that door again. So my capabilities are the same. You know, I still have, it's still Cappy, even though he's turned into a different kind of hat now.
So the hat's name is Cappy. That's kind of cool.
Exotic superpower. And all right, so I go over and talk to this guy.
See if you meet the expectations now. Ooh, snappy and lively.
Snappy and lively. I think the hat is the one and the poncho is the other. All right. And this is, of course, the goal I was working toward all this time.
That's funny.
I
What's
love
up,
all these little
Waka?
moments of surprise
Welcome to
where
the stream.
You never really know
We're
what's
looking
gonna
at
happen.
E3.
You'll
Why
get
did I
into
want
these
to
spaces.
They
I don't know.
said
I wanted to
that
go
they're
through so I
in
could play
progress
guitar.
of working on Metroid Prime 4.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's coming out for the Switch. It's gonna be awesome.
So then we're gonna
and they're working on a main Pokemon series for the Switch, which, you know, I said it earlier, but they've never done that. Never, ever, ever have they done that. The closest thing to doing that would be Pokemon Coliseum and Pokemon XD, but they weren't main titles. They were not main titles, and so I think
So
that's
notice that
awesome.
while using the motion controls, I can actually use the little homing function on
Yeah, you're goddamn right. It's about time.
It is possible with the.
But yeah,
the
welcome to
button
the stream.
controls only,
Thanks for
but
tuning
it's
in.
Much more difficult.
All right, the classic Goomba.
Yeah.
The classic Goomba.
And let's just do a big
I
one.
like how you don't have to collect the coins necessarily. Yeah, like if you watch, they're automatically being picked up just from defeating the enemies. That's kind of
I guess
cool.
I think folks are probably noticing here. So you're not capturing those Goomba. It's
Good
not every
Lord.
single
That was
enemy that's
cool.
capturable.
That's true.
You've got to find the special ones.
Yeah.
And a lot of it's having a good eye and.
But yeah, so like this is
experimenting a lot with
some
I think they're a shade bigger.
of the experimental gameplay
Not positive about that.
for Super Mario Odyssey.
So bullet bills, of course, are useful
With the
because you can
cap,
fly with
apparently
them.
the hat is called Cappy. It's like its own character. It allows you to like take different
now back to
forms
very
and like
quickly
can take over
capture my
different
right
things.
back.
Yeah, like see, like he's taking over
And with
Bullet Bill by
bills,
throwing
you
his
can
hat
only
at
capture
it.
them for a limited amount of time, because at some
And
point
there
they're
are
just gonna
different
blow up.
ways
So you have to
of
be a little
the
mindful
enemies
of
from
what
like
you're doing.
guarding themselves
Yeah,
against
you only
that.
got
Like
so much
apparently,
time with the
like
explosives.
earlier they showed a Bullet Bill that wore like a
Alright,
visor,
and then
and so you have to knock the visor off
almost to one of my
in
favorite
order to
bits of
put
this
your
level.
hat on it to take it over.
Oh yeah, the next bit you're coming up to just
Yeah.
blew my mind the first time I saw it.
So
in a
this
while.
place has these murals that look like they're decorated.
Oh
in this
yeah, this is kind of cool
old,
too.
Old school aesthetic.
So like, watch this.
And I'm just gonna go right on in.
Yeah, a little bit of a
And I
throwback.
my costume.
So
It's pretty cool.
Koizumi-san and Motokura-san, I think we definitely need to hear a little bit more background about why you added this into the game, because it's so cool, but it's so unexpected as well, I think.
なんでこのような 2D の8ビットマリオのところも入れたいと思ったんでしょうか。
Yeah.
3D の部分は
Yeah,
気持ち
the
よく
2D aspect is
探
pretty
索で
neat.
きるように 比較的おおらかに作っています。
So we
It's
wanted
definitely
to
a
make
nice
something
little
that would be,
throwback.
you know, sort of a contrast with the 3D
Yeah, no,
stages
it definitely
that
is
we're
like
able to
the
explore very
A Link
freely.
Between Worlds is the one you're talking
2D の
about.
部分はもう少し
Um,
細かく
It's definitely it's interesting how
You know, the
the
2D,
games kind of
2D
like
spaces are kind of more
intertwine,
confined,
like
they're more
how
precise,
you know games
you
even in
know,
other
it's more like
franchises
kind
can
of,
like influence
sort of
how the
traditional
games
platforming.
同じステージの
how
中で
games
も
are
そういった
developed
違
and
っ
that
た
sort
遊
of
びってい
thing.
うのを入れたかった。
And but also within the 2D stages, as you can see, we wanted to have a lot of different variety.
Yeah, I like that. That's pretty neat.
ゲームが好きな人にも
That definitely was an interesting mechanic within
And of course, you
A
know, the
Link Between
visuals were hoping
Worlds.
it's something, you know, the people
Definitely
who enjoyed kind of those
introduced
classic
some
nostalgic games also get a
some
kick
cool
out as well.
gameplay.
So one thing I'd love to show off when we're getting out toward the
Rip.
end of this space is just how much the music changes. when
It's
we're
kinda
transitioning
weird that
back and
his
forth. 'Cause
size
I know we've been
doesn't
chatting, maybe it's
change,
hard for some
though.
folks to hear what's been going on here, but if we just pop in and out of that warp pipe, it's a pretty impressive transition when the music
It is.
changes.
But there's no warp
So
pipe
yeah,
up
in this
here.
game you collect the moons,
Yeah.
and you have the
But
two
you can
different
now see
types of
there's more of a
currency. At the
natural
top left, you can see like
So I'm gonna skip
the
ahead
standard coin and then that triangle thing.
show off the
The
last part of
triangle
this
will
scenario.
change depending on what area you're in,
okay,
apparently,
so
and it's just like a purple
that,
coin, and the purple coins can
I'll
be
leave these.
used in the area specific to where you picked it up. So, like, the triangle ones apparently are in, like, the desert, like, frozen desert area. Which is kind of cool that they made it that. Like, it's literally a frozen desert. Like, you can see, like, some of the sand rises within the dunes are, like, actually
much
ice.
later in the level.
And he actually shivers
outfit,
if you, like, idle. Like, if you stop
watch these
moving.
bullet bills transition out of the 2D.
It's kind of cool.
And then I'm going to use one to break open this wall.
Oh,
so
that's
that's what's
cool.
really handy about the bullet bills as a capture target that you'll see here. When you're trying to target for really precision flying, it's got a little bit of a headlamp.
You suck.
That's okay. But it's got a little bit of a headlamp, so you can kind of use that to line yourself up.
It's super handy.
That's okay, because we get to see this cute little 2D to 3D transitioning in
I love
with the
that.
bills.
It's so cool. All right.
That's pretty cool animation, to be honest.
All right, you got this.
Boom.
All right, here we go.
But yeah, I think the fact that you can do so much with your
And with
hat,
bullet bills, you can also
I
give
think is
yourself
pretty
little
cool.
speed bursts as well. Shaking the Joy-Con will let you go a little bit further. So it's worth experimenting once you get a feel for the timing of how long a bullet bill will last.
It's kind of like driving a car that doesn't have any brake pedal. You can go faster, you can steer, but that's all you can do. And
get the coins. No, what are you doing?
So up here we're about to confront one of the Brutals, and folks may have seen them in our original
Hail.
teaser trailer for this game.
Oh, there's a heart. What is that? What is
They
that
are an evil wedding planning firm, and I'd love to hear more from the
I guess that makes
developers
sense.
about.
So one thing that's also
how
kind of
they
cool
came to
about
be
this
and what
game
your
is you
favorite
don't have
brutal is.
lives. If you die, you just get penalized, like, I think it's 10 coins or something like that. So I thought that was kind of interesting, that they removed the life
そうですね。
mechanic.
彼らはクッパに、
These
雇
guys
わ
are
れ
weird
て
looking.
クッパの結婚式を成功させようとしています。
So, they've, as you kind of said,
Got the shit.
they've been employed by Bowser. They're in charge of making sure his wedding goes off without a hitch.
なので結構仕
His
事をきっちり
wedding?
するタイプで
That's
す。
the whole
They're very
idea,
serious
is
about their
like,
work.
Bowser's having
Their
a
work ethic
wedding?
is admirable.
That's kind of
な
funny.
ので真ん中にいるちょっと背の低い同じような帽子をかぶったようなキャラクター
I
が
wonder
い
who
るん
he's
ですけ
getting
れど
married
も
to.
それがリーダーなので
I
僕は
guess,
その
like,
トッパーっていう
I'm assuming he
キャラクターが
captured Peach and he's trying to marry
And, you know,
her.
my favorite is Topper,
That's funny.
the kind of shorter one who has that green top hat.
Yeah,
on.
guy in green. Yeah.
Got him.
Yeah, Topper.
How about you, Kozumi-san?
I like the UFO look. That's pretty cool.
あ、そうですね。ちょうど今出てるのがハリエットっていうその可愛いウサギさんの、キャラクターなんですけど、なんか可愛い香りしてるのに結構凶暴なんで、そのコントラストがすごい面白い。
Got her.
It's really good timing because the character I like the most is the one you're fighting right now, Harriet. She has this great contrast between her cute appearance and like how devilish she is. She's sort of like the tricky little sister of the group here.
It's funny.
Her attacks are really fun to watch as well, especially when she starts flying around.
And it's worth mentioning, you fight each of the Brutals a few times, but their tactics get more and more intense and dangerous.
But I'll be honest, having planned a wedding last year, I would take the help of evil wedding planner.
Yeah, I
Bunny
mean,
monster.
any evil help is better than no help.
And they're very dedicated
They
to their
tried
work.
it
And
with
they're willing to
super
fight your
care,
enemies
right?
for you, and that's pretty great.
I didn't realize
Nice.
that. But I also haven't
There we go.
really seen anything
I see that.
past
Thank you.
ああ、かわいそう。
Thousand Year
Sorry,
Door.
Harriet.
I've just kind
She'll
of
be back.
acknowledged that they
All right,
exist.
so that's a grand moon worth 3 power moons.
And there we see Cappy in his natural state
Yep,
as well.
there he is, celebrating with Mario.
There's Cappy. He's the white top hat ghost type of thing.
Nice.
Cappy looks pretty cool.
All right, so that's what we have for gameplay for right now. But
Yeah,
we did
we
have
can't
one
show too
more
much
little
else.
Feature, I believe.
Yes, we've got.
Yeah, so I'm
some
actually a lot
goodies
more
that
interested
turned
in
up here
Super
on
Mario
stage with
Odyssey
us.
than I was
So
before.
these are the
Super
amiibo
Paper
for
Mario
the game.
2D
We've
and
got
3D sections.
Princess Peach,
That's kinda
Bowser,
neat.
and Mario in their wedding
Um,
outfits. And
Was that the
I just need
newest
to ask you
one?
guys about the
Because I
development
heard
process
that
for
the
these,
Paper
because
Mario
the
series
detail of the
kind of
sculpting is
shifted
incredible. It must have been a very
towards
interesting process
being
getting
more
these
like
to
the
the
generic
state they're in.
Mario, which kind of made me sad. But I don't know, that sounds kind of neat if they kind of go between the two.
はい、ヒロインであるピーチ姫をより可愛く魅力的に作っています。
So first of all, you know, we've got our heroine Peach, and we wanted to make sure that she just looked, you know, absolutely stunning.
あとクッパとマリオもそのお相手であることに十分なビジュアルとしてデザインしています。
And then from there, we have Mario and Bowser as well, and we had to make sure that, in terms of visuals, they weren't going to lose out.
They got to keep up.
Yeah, they got to keep up. Yeah.
あとこのポージングっていうのも今回のテーマに合わせて物語性を持たせているのが特徴になっています。
And another characteristic of these is that the posing is very kind of directly linked
I don't know who
with
Count
the
Bleck
story
is, to be
and
honest.
what's going to be happening.
What game
yeah,
is
Mario's
he
got
from?
kind of a humble bow thing going, and Bowser's kind of looking like, I own the world.
Bowser's a G, always
but
will
it is
be.
really amazing. I don't know how close we can get the camera here. We got a better look here, but in person, the texture where some of them have almost like a pearlized kind of texture, and there's a lot of subtlety with the different kinds of fabric.
Shiny.
You can really see a lot of nuance for these amiibo.
Those amiibo do look kind of nice.
Yeah, they're gorgeous.
I wonder.
And I wonder at this point, is there
what
anything
all
to share
the
about
different
functionality of
games,
amiibo for our
or what
viewers?
all games they will be compatible with. Who's villain of? Oh, Super Paper Mario. Okay, I got you.
アミーボはコスチュームを手に入れることができたり、あとはゲームの中でのお助け機能として活用することができます。
Did it like fall
so you'll
off
be
his
able to
ear?
use the
I think it
amiibo to
did.
get different costumes within the game, and then they'll also have kind of an
Might be the
assist
fact that he has
function.
glasses.
And we do have existing amiibo that are supported as well. I think we'll be talking more about that at a later point. But I think that's all we're allowed to show for right now, unfortunately.
Right now,
Lame.
we'll be showing more of this game later on
Yes,
in
we'll
the
definitely do
stream.
that.
We need spoilers.
Of course, thank you again so much for joining us here and sharing some of the insight about the
I don't
development.
know. I'm a lot more interested in Super Mario Odyssey now than I was before.
Thank you very much.
And folks who are watching, thank you so much for joining us. We're going to be back in a few seconds here with our next segment, so please don't go anywhere.
Yeah, no problem. We'll be back in a minute. Alright, so yeah, like I said, I'm still super stoked about fucking Metroid Prime 4. That kind of just like blew my mind. I mean, it's not really a surprise, but it is at the same time, just because like it's been so long. Like, goddamn. Especially, like, not only are they doing a new Metroid game, but they're continuing the Metroid Prime series. Like, that is awesome. Definitely my favorite series within the Metroid Prime franchise. So I'm really excited to see how they, like, continue it on. Because I doubt it'll beat another Federation Force. Like, because it's Metroid Prime 4. Like, they couldn't... There's no way they would name it the same thing without continuing it somehow. Because, like, even though it was Metroid Prime Federation Force, it wasn't a number. Whereas, like, there's Metroid Prime 2 Echoes, Metroid Prime 3 Corruption. I wonder what the namesake is going to be for Metroid Prime 4, to be honest. But the fact that it actually is a number, there's no doubt in my mind that they're going to do Samus. So, like... It'd be kind of cool, especially with it being on the Switch, if they included something of like a multiplayer aspect, because I know a lot of people... Well, but even Metroid Prime Hunters, like I said, like, there's no number, and it's... So, well, I guess Metroid Prime Hunters did have Samus, though, but that was kind of like... Metroid Prime Hunters is kind of like an exception. But, even that game had Hunters, or it had Samus as the main person, but the hypothesis at the very end of Metroid Prime 3, if you get 100% it, you get the special ending of seeing the special ship. There's a ship that follows Samus, and it's actually an assumption, like people guess that it actually belongs to one of the hunters from Metroid Prime Hunters, one of the other bounty hunters. Which is really cool. I'd be really interested to see if they do continue that. So in the near future, I probably will have to attempt to stream Metroid Prime Hunters just to kind of fill in the blank of that being a possibility. Like, I want to know all of like what happened in that game, that sort of thing. I may just have to watch it in my free time because I don't know how streaming a game that's heavy with like the touch screen will work. But yeah, like there's no doubt in my mind that it'll be a Samus game. I'm just interested to see, because like the entire foundation of the Metroid Prime series was based off of the element of Phazon. Like the original Metroid Prime could like generate Phazon at will, and was heavily influenced by it. Yeah, Sophomoric said he wouldn't be able to make it. It's probably, like, he may just be, like, asleep right now. I'm not entirely sure. But, what was I saying? Oh, yeah, like, the entire Metroid Prime series was based around Phazon and Dark Samus, which you allegedly destroyed when you blow up the planet Phase. So it'll be interesting to see how it progresses from there. I'm really excited to see how it goes from there. I'm really, like, when it comes to new content like this, I'm really open-minded. It's very difficult for me to be disappointed in the way that they take it. Just because it's like, you know, it's like a clean slate as far as I'm concerned. And, you're a bit hungover. Should I turn everything down? What's up? What's up, Nick? Did you see that they, I'm not open-minded, okay. Did you see that they're gonna make a Metroid Prime 4? It's gonna be awesome! They literally just had 4, and then the music, and then it said Metroid Prime 4, and that was it. It was like coming 2018. And, well, that's good, Waka. What do you mean for what console? For the fucking Switch. But yeah, it's gonna be amazing. I'm excited. I'm really excited
I'm Sam
for
from
it.
the Treehouse, and for this segment, I'm joined by my colleagues Reggie and Teresa.
Team Ninja,
So,
was
Reggie,
that the team that was involved?
Oh, I'm feeling great.
From,
I'm feeling great.
Metroid
The
Prime
spotlight
Federation Force?
was, as I said,
Maybe the
direct
Xbox
to the
One.
point. The reaction by the
That's
fans
funny.
has been fantastic. I mean,
It's
certainly
Reggie!
Super Mario
Look at that
Odyssey and
shiny ass
what we showed
shirt.
from
Check that out.
The little snippet of Metroid Prime 4 had the fans just tremendously excited.
Yeah, no shit,
And,
dude.
you know, it continues our overall message of how we approach E3 and what it is that we're trying to do. For us, it's all about showcasing content, typically content that's near in. So obviously we showed a little bit of ARMS, a little bit of Splatoon 2, Xenoblade Chronicles 2 coming later
Yeah,
on
I'm
this
excited
year.
for Xenoblade
And then we
Chronicles
also
2.
showed a couple little
I
snippets
can
of things that are
dream.
coming a little bit further along.
Well, you
But so
can
far, the
dream.
reaction has
I
been
will say
fantastic,
that.
and it just continues, right? And that's why we're here on Treehouse Live. A little bit
But it's
more
actually in
in-depth
development.
view of the games, and so far so
No,
good.
Metroid Other M.
Right on, I know
I
we're
actually
calm
enjoyed
before the storm
Metroid
right
Other
now.
M
The
as
floor still
well.
isn't
I
open,
know
so
like the
we
voice
can
acting
actually
is
still see
mediocre, but
carpet,
as far as
which
like the
hasn't been
story
packed with people
itself,
yet.
it
You've
ties
actually
in
exploring around the
really
booth. What do you think
nicely
of
with
New
the
Dog City come to life here at
with
E3?
especially
You know,
like
the
Metroid
booth is
Fusion.
fantastic.
Which
The
I thought
team
was really
that we
nice.
have that works on
They're
the
trying to
booth
make us
design
forget
and the look
Federation
and the
Force.
feel,
That's funny.
both from an NOA
I actually still
perspective
would
as
like
well
to play
as with
Federation
the
Force at some point.
headquarter team at NCL.
I've heard it's
every year
well,
they
from what
are
I've
outdoing
heard,
themselves. Last year
I've either
it
heard
was
people
the
are like
takeover with Breath of the Wild.
I've heard
This
people were
year, it's all
disappointed about
New Donk
it,
City,
for sure,
and creating an environment
but
for consumers to really
at
go
the same
deep
time,
into the game. About half of the booth is all
I've
about
also heard people that were
Super
excited to get their
Mario
hands on it,
Odyssey.
just kind of see
The other
it.
half we're showcasing all of our other content, including
Yeah, dude,
third-party content.
like,
We're showing FIFA 18 out on the floor.
I'm really stoked
it's
for the new
great booth,
Metroid.
and as you say, this
Like
is
that was
the
literally
calm
the only
before
thing I
storm.
wanted to see.
Just as I was
that
coming in
that was
earlier,
it.
there are already thousands of people out there just waiting to come in. And typically, when the doors open, it's like the running of the bulls, and they all come crashing into our booth. So it's going to be fantastic.
Nice. I remember last year we were down on the ground floor, and you could actually feel the rumble in the ground when people started coming in.
It's so many
It's going to be
people.
exciting. But again, you know, for us, the spotlight was a focus.
It's kind of
on
cool that they
Nintendo
already
Switch
released
games.
the trailer, even though the
What
E3
people don't understand
spotlight
is that
isn't even
as
over
we
yet.
construct our overall presence at E3, we're very thoughtful around what's the best way to show content. And so Nintendo 3DS is going to play a key role here on Treehouse Live. We've got content that we'll be showing today. We've got content that we'll be showing really throughout the 3 days that we're here. And it's important that the fans at home and our consumers understand that Nintendo 3DS is still a vibrant part of our business.
Yeah, no doubt. Especially like with, for you guys Pokemon that Ultra don't know, Pokemon they actually Ultra just Moon came out with
last week. That's going to be a fantastic
holiday
driver for us.
Ultra Moon? What the fuck is that?
And you know what people don't realize is that Nintendo 3DS was the only platform that grew last year in 2016 versus 2015. The only one.
What the shit?
That's pretty impressive.
And we've sold 66 million globally.
Launching worldwide November 17, 2017. It kind of makes me sad that they're just like doing that sort of thing. I would rather them come out with like a brand new game.
And obviously
that was actually what I was about to talk about, the 2DS XL.
You know, for us, it's all about continuing to drive that momentum.
It's nice that the family keeps.
I hope they release the Nintendo Switch for the Xbox One.
Exactly.
Oh, but yeah, the 2DS XL.
And it really showcases great. I'm playing Miitopia, right? One of the
that actually looks really cool. Because like a lot of people, like I don't use the 3D version or the 3D like functionality, and so they made the 3DS.
I'm really.
They just made a 2DS version of it, and I think it might actually be cheaper. Which is kind of cool, but it actually flips open now because like the original 2DS was just like the big,
so funny
was like
story is I'm
just
playing,
the big thing with the two screens.
But
now it actually closes when they made it bigger. So that's pretty cool.
Family saying, so you know,
it actually looks really nice too. Like you can see it just like the basic like black and like whatever color. It looks really nice. But you guys keep watching. I'm gonna go go use the bathroom real quick. I'll be right back.
I don't know. Using the work excuse might be a good way to get out of chores. You're like, sorry, honey, I have to do this. I have to keep playing this.
No, it doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. It means I have to play early in the morning or late at night. So. But
and actually thinking of other things that we've got going on in the booth here and just over the course of E3, we probably should touch a little bit on the tournament activity we've going on, because right below us there's a pretty boss stage that has been constructed.
Well, absolutely. And again, the tournament activity is a key part of what we're doing here at E3. 3 different tournaments, starting off with Splatoon 2 later on today. Then we've got Pokken Tournament DX. We've got ARMS. Hopefully everyone saw how I humiliated Jeff Keighley playing ARMS on his show, but that game is going to really show well, I think, from the tournament scene standpoint. And for us, you know, supporting the tournament community and really driving that that part of our engagement with our fans is really important to us. So we're very excited to see how the three tournaments play here at E3.
Yeah, I think it's been really fun watching people play ARMS, and especially watching high-level competitive players get into the real meat on the bones of that game. And there's such a level of nuance to the strategy and the actual technical ability that I've watched a few folks where they're maybe pro Smash players or pro players for another series.
What?
So they
what do you mean no one cares about Pokken? I think Pokken's kind of interesting. Granted, it's because I'm like a super like Pokemon fanboy, but as you could fucking see, like, yeah, I hit the gym.
And how we're gradually sort of growing as players as we're duking it out against one another, but it's been a real fun ride.
It's going to be exciting. I'm really excited to see how the players we have showcase that game, how they showcase Pokken Tournament as well. I saw a little bit of the pre-gaming going on, and that's going to be fantastic. So it's going to be very exciting.
Got her.
So what else are you thinking as far as some must-see titles that we got going on here? Because we've got a lot to cover.
Well, we've got a lot. I mean, you know, again, everything that we have on the floor here is showcasing and showing off fantastically well. I'm pleased to see the third-party support. We've got Rabbids on our show floor. Ubisoft,
yeah, the Rabbids looks kind of funny.
Area. That is really fun. I've been able to get my hands on that game. That is really fun to play. So it's going to be very exciting. We've got Fire Emblem Warriors here on our booth. That game is
maybe she's just mute.
We have shows so well, and I'm really thrilled.
They just have her to look pretty.
Well.
And if we can jump to this, I think on this subject of cool titles, you've actually got something.
Not sure if she's doing so great a job at that.
I have a nice little surprise, right? And I said when I was with Keighley,
she looks almost like she just woke up, like with her hair and stuff.
We would be breaking
a solid 8.
That is what Treehouse Live is going to be doing all through the next 3 days. So we have some news. We have a world premiere of a new game. This is a Nintendo 3DS game that'll be launching later on this year.
3DS game.
We're going
Let's
to
see what it
play
is.
for you the video for this new game.
For this game
Teresa's
that we're
gonna demo
alluding
it,
to.
and we've got the developers who are going to come.
The Mute
talk
Girl's
about
gonna
it as
demo
well.
it.
World premiere game announcement on Nintendo 3DS.
Come on, just fucking show what it is. Jesus Christ. Stop alluding to it. Another Metroid game? There's no way. Alright, wow, okay. What the hell? They're just rolling out the Metroid shit. Dude, I'm totally okay. Oh, that's right! They were working on another side-scrolling Samus game. I forgot about that. I saw something about that. I doubt this is Federation Force 2. Well, I mean, I guess it could be, but I doubt it just because it's not first person. Yeah, see, it's more similar to the other M, I feel. Metroid Prime 5. I wonder where it falls in the timeline. It's pretty cool. Oh, that's the boss. That boss was in Metroid Fusion. This is the first boss you fight. That boss is new. Actually, that's a Metroid. That's just an older Metroid. For those that don't know. I love the dinosaurs. Metroid. Nice. That's a cool title. So, that game, that I could see being the follow-up to Metroid Fusion.
I'm so excited to actually talk about this game. Yes,
I don't think they're trying to make us forget about Federation Force. I think they're finally acknowledging
Teresa and Tim, and we have
the
two very special guests with us. We have Sakamoto-san, the legendary creator of the Metroid series, as well as Jose from Mercury
the
Steam.
desire for Metroid content. Like,
and as we just saw, we're going to take
it's a
look
remake?
at Metroid Samus Returns.
That's
so
right.
you waited long
What would
enough.
that be, Super Metroid's
Let's
remake?
jump right in to the start. So for the people at home that aren't familiar with the Metroid franchise, this is Nintendo's premier exploration-based sci-fi action game. It
I wonder if that's
features
true.
Samus Aran, who's a renowned bounty hunter, and she's been sent by the Galactic Federation to planet SR-388 to investigate and annihilate the Metroids. She's the best at what she does. Oh yeah, she's...
It was more along the lines of, oh shit, we've only put out one Samus game in the last decade. We need some.
The original Game Boy Classic that was released in 1991.
Yep, you're right. It's a remake.
Metroid 2.
It's a remake for Metroid 2.
And this game is just, it's beautiful.
That's cool.
It's a little bit shinier than the Game Boy version.
Yes,
a little bit shinier. The Game Boy version is in black and white.
There's intense boss battles, and there's so many pathways to discover, and you can take your time through it. And
this is classic 2D Metroid.
Yeah, that makes sense, considering you have to kill like 90 of them or something like that.
The exploration, and of course, Samus just...
The gameplay mechanics look very
and
pretty,
the great thing
like
about
very
this
fluid
being
and such.
On the 3DS is that
Like,
there's
the
so
way
much
you can
detail in the
aim
background,
is cool.
and it's really heightened with the
Like how it's
3D
really
feature on
specific.
it.
Yeah, see how
you
it
can't see it
like
at home right now, but it
is
does
very
feel really, really good.
That's cool.
Yeah, it sounds cheesy, but it adds a lot of depth to the experience.
Yeah.
Because it's a 3D game as opposed to a 2D game.
In the past, Samus was able to aim at 45-degree angles, but
What the
now
shit
she
are
has
you
this
trying to
full
do,
range
Nick?
of motion, which really allows for precision here.
It's really nice because
It really allows for precision, but I can't fucking hit
all
this
over
block.
The place, so having the freedom to
So that's
shoot
why they
anywhere
shut
you
down
like
the
is
fan-made
incredible.
Metroid 2
Yeah.
game.
So the free aim.
Whatever,
so the free
dude.
aim here is also really cool here, where
Yeah, Cloud, that would make sense.
I'm
Because it would definitely cut into
and
their
I actually have an enemy on site and target.
Their money.
The audio cue will change, and also that it will highlight in red. So again, it allows for a little bit more precision here.
Yeah, it's still up to you to aim precisely, but that nice visual
Got 'em.
indicator is just very helpful.
Yeah. And Samus here has her very basic abilities, and
The doors look nice.
So
Wow,
as I keep
that door looked
exploring
awesome.
and seeing new environments, I'll hopefully gather new abilities to upgrade my suit.
So this is another new ability that Samus has in this game.
A
it's
melee counter. That's
and
cool.
if I time it appropriately and immediately shoot, I do a critical hit on the enemy.
Huh.
But in the circumstance that I don't
That
immediately shoot,
is
I have
definitely
some time
new.
to actually just shoot from afar and take.
They've never had a critical hit
give myself
aspect
a little bit more leeway to not get hit.
in
The
Metroid
melee
before.
counter is a new ability, as you mentioned, and it's really great because this game.
You should not do that.
Challenging.
Oh yeah.
It's very,
Being productive is
very
dumb.
difficult, and since we have Sakamoto-san here, while we're speaking
Got
about
him.
challenges, perhaps you could tell us a little bit about some of the
The
challenges
melee
you
counter does
encountered
look
while
cool.
developing this game.
Got it! Not doing shit today. I wonder what that little. So you see on the touchpad, the touchscreen, it's got that little electric icon. I wonder what that's all about. I think the mute is playing the game. Energy fully restored. That's cool.
I don't know if you'd qualify it as a big challenge, but something that we face whenever we're working on it, on something like this with an
Missile
established
door.
style of gameplay.
I really like the door
You know, what
animation.
sort
I
of
think
new
that looks
elements can we add
awesome.
to something that again is established and has.
I also like that they're
you know, had
remaking this
such
game,
success in the past.
just because I own it on the Virtual Console, but it doesn't really seem that exciting, and there's like no map, and so it's just really hard to navigate and really know where you're going. Yeah, I think it's really cool that you can melee, especially since it opens up like a critical hit possibility.
You know, happy and
Allows you to
satisfied.
do a lot of damage while defending yourself.
Morph
ball!
But, you know, I think this time with Samus Returns, I think we've done a really good job. And why is that? It's because we found this really amazing partner to work with.
Oh,
And
that's
that's
cool.
Mercury Steam. Thank you very much, Jose.
I'm gonna eat more nacho. You do that.
And as we were speaking, you actually got Samus's legendary Morph Ball ability.
I did, and this is very,
Yep,
very
the
handy
mute's
to get,
talking
as you can see,
and
for
playing.
certain tunnels here. Here's a save
The save station?
which
Yeah.
I don't quite need right now.
Boom!
I'm gonna keep on going and exploring this area.
Against my
Here,
penetration.
this is a pretty bleak area from
But
where
you need
this
salt,
was.
dude. You need lots
can
and
see
lots
the
of salt
state
in your
here.
diet. I'm assuming that opens up when you kill more Metroids.
Different from the original game.
Yeah, it definitely is. And for people that haven't played the Metroid 2 in the past,
So,
this, purple liquid is actually
from my
very
understanding,
beautiful, and I'll
hold
just
on.
Kinda,
I can actually look.
Yep, she did it. Ow.
Yeah, so
There's actually
I can't really
a,
go down there, and I want to.
a
and
comparison
I can't really interact with this right now, so I'm
thing.
gonna keep on moving forward and see.
Yeah, so
And that's the nature of this
if
game,
you
is you'll come
look
across areas that you just can't survive in
here,
yet.
I
You
get
just can't
plenty
get
of salt
past
through
it. You have to
Halo.
acquire new
But if you
tools
look
and
at that
abilities to be able
page, if you scroll down, there's like a
Exactly. So since I
a
couldn't
chart
go
like
through
graph
the
type
door, I
thing where
went
it
up and
shows
around
like
it.
the benefits of being like a regular streamer versus an affiliate versus
also, a brand new feature to
a partner.
the Metroid
You can see
franchise.
two of the things that they're
are
in a
Aeon
coming
abilities.
soon category
Aeon is a very
are
mystical and powerful
a
energy
subscription.
source,
You get like
and they
there's like
actually give
I'll be able to have
abilities
like one
Samus that are
subscription
very different
emote,
from the technical
and
upgrades that she
then
gets for her suit. So this one
What
that I
the
just
hell?
gathered is called the Scant Pulse. And
Hold
what
on.
it does is that
But there's also the ad revenue. They're working on
I
that
should
too.
remind people that
And they
the
just
Aeon
pushed
abilities
out
are actually
being able
not-
to like
they're
promote
limited.
game
You can't
sales
just spam them
for the
whenever you
affiliate.
want
So they
to.
are. It is
And
a
so
work
they'll
in
have their
progress.
own
They are
energy,
working
and you'll
on
have to
things
gather,
for the affiliate. So
power-
it's really just a matter of
power-ups from
time.
them
It's
and
really
also,
a matter of
more
how long it
energy in
takes for
order to
them to
refill
push that sort of
tank.
thing out.
So just to
This first one
showcase.
is Scan Pulse.
Yeah, so to showcase the Scan Pulse, if you see the bottom screen, the map usually kind of explores once you start moving. But if I
It's-
use the Scan Pulse, it'll actually open up this quadrant. of map
Wow,
already
that's
for
pretty
me.
cool.
And also on the upper screen, it'll show these
You can
blocks
see
that I
hidden
usually break.
areas.
So now I know that, oh, there was an actual hidden path.
That's cool. I like that a
You would
lot.
just have to shoot everywhere to try and find breakable blocks, and you can still do it that way if you want to. But if you have
That's
the,
pretty
Aeon
cool.
to pull
I
it off,
like that.
The Scan Pulse is also very, very helpful.
That ability will make it really easy for like finding
so,
100%ing or finding hidden areas so you can 100% it on your own without having to like look up cheats and stuff. I really like that. I think that's a really cool
Which one am I
skill.
going to use? Am I going to use my ammo, or am I going to use the Aeon ability in order to keep on discovering and exploring.
Absolutely, and you know, throughout her long career, Samus has had a lot of unique abilities at her disposal, and as we've seen already, this game
nice,
Everlast.
More,
so
congratulations.
Perhaps you could tell us a little bit about the process you guys went through of adding new abilities like the melee counter or the Aeon abilities.
Yes, well, from the beginning, Sakamoto-san wanted Christine to challenge ourselves, to bring new ideas to the series.
Oh no!
So we were given freedom to prototype a lot of different ideas.
Got him!
Which ones would better fit within the Metroid universe.
Dead.
Once this
Lifeless
idea,
Husk, number 1. But yeah, congratulations, Everlast.
Design. Oh, wonderful. They really add a lot to the experience.
It's definitely nice just having like some of your stuff monetized, like the ability for people to like cheer and that sort of thing is nice.
So I'm just gonna take that.
You always want to take advantage of those energy stations. Every little bit of health matters.
Yeah, for sure. You'll notice that a beeping started. That's actually my Metroid detector, and it's telling me that there is a Metroid nearby. Again, for people that don't really know what Metroids are, they're an alien species that they're pretty dangerous, and they suck up the life form of any alien species in order to survive.
Yeah, you don't want to hug a Metroid necessarily.
Yeah, exactly. Another thing
I want to hug a Metroid.
The mapping system that this game has. So now that, in case I'm not able to go through a door because I don't have the ability to unlock it,
which happens a lot.
Yes. I have these pins now that I can just drop it onto the map, and then
you can mark stuff and come back.
For myself that I want to revisit this later once I grab an ability, and maybe I could try it later.
And as you mentioned, this game is so
the email got buried.
Going back and trying to find every square inch of the map to find all of the many hidden secrets. So this pin system is actually
through my parents' Amazon Prime account. That's funny.
I'm getting close, but I'm gonna go investigate this area.
Your Metroid senses are still tingling, so keep searching.
My Metroid senses.
He's getting closer because the beeping is getting a little bit more insistent.
That's kind of cool that there's like a sensor for it.
Oh, nice. Found a hidden missile tank.
Yeah, but see, that was an example
cool.
where I kind of.
So, what's the benefit of a subscription, anyways? I don't really understand
that. Would have been
that.
very useful right there to kind of show those boxes. Here's another save station. So.
Like, why is it worth paying for, I guess?
There we go. Sam Pulse told me that that block is breakable, but I can't shoot it, so I'm going to try a missile instead. It's open.
And that's a good point. If you ever run into an area, you can
I guess
press past
both.
And use all of your weapons and abilities.
I get $2.50 per month per sub.
That's a Metroid, but we're actually not fighting him. We're actually fighting its first evolution. And this is known the Alpha Metroid.
We'll play with...
He looks
subscribers, gotcha.
So if I time it correctly, I can actually melee counter him, and it gives me an advantage to actually hit him for more damage. You'll also see that he'll drop these little sparks. If I actually
what do you mean you can lock things behind the subs?
So in case I end up using all of my missiles, I can always go around him and try to shoot those in order to get more missiles.
Nice melee countering.
Oh, his shell changes color based on
I don't know
how
well the home
has.
audience can hear this, but the sound effects in this game are incredible. The music, the atmospheric sounds are just really great. So, Sakamoto-san, perhaps you could tell us a little bit about what went into the development of the soundtrack for this game.
It's interesting. Save station. Oh, I guess not. Must have been energy.
今回のサムスリターンズでは、
ス
ーパーメトロイドの時のゲームサウンドのコンポーザーが2人参加しています。
Well, we have two of the composers who worked on Super Metroid on the team for Samus Returns.
彼らはもうそれ。
Oh, okay. So you can pretty much like set your own guidelines for like people that do subscribe, that sort of thing.
僕が何も言わなくても、
Charge beam.
こうしてほしいという音楽をどんどん提供してくれるんで。
Yeah, this game actually does look really good so far.
Metroid title since that time doing music for us.
Oh,
so
okay.
Really
Charge beam opens that door. Gotcha.
They just go do what they do, and what they do is create great music.
Excellent. Well, lock them up. Don't ever let them go. Whoops. So you made quick work of that Alpha Metroid. Good work.
I did. So I'm actually going to go return to that gate that I couldn't get to before.
Boing.
And see what happens now.
I'm pretty excited for this game too.
So
I'm super stoked for Metroid Prime 4, but this game looks cool too. Because I did want to play Metroid Metroid 2 at some point.
And if you press on it and you enter the Metroid DNA that you had just gathered from the Metroid you just killed,
this is definitely a better, I feel like a more enjoyable way of going about it.
Reduce this hazardous liquid that was killing me before, and now I'm able to get to the next area.
Because like the older games, especially like Game Boy and before, it seemed like
yeah. So now I'm gonna go to a later area.
What do you call it? It seemed like a lot of exploration was heavily dependent on like Nintendo Power, or whatever the hell the magazine was called back in the day, where like you have to have some sort of guidebook to help you through the game in order for you to like be able to do really well at it. So I like that they have the extra features of being able to find hidden things. Spider Ball, that's cool. Yeah, Spider Ball was first introduced in Metroid 2, which is cool. I didn't realize it was that old until I played a little bit of the second game. Yeah, the melee counter is really nice.
So, yeah, I mean, I do think that with this title, of course, with Samus, the 3D, the glasses free 3D, the 3D effects are.
I like the animation as you like go through.
But I'd like to go ahead and ask.
Yeah, so this boss was in Metroid Fusion. I don't know if it was in Metroid 2. I would assume it was, since it is a remake of the game.
And the past glory of the social civilization, we had to provide a big sense of scale thanks to the
that's new. I don't remember seeing that.
Given
it goes a lot faster than I remember.
So we wanted to reflect
Wrecked.
From
oh god, she lost a lot of health from that.
Through the first initial counterparts.
Thank you so much.
Wrecked.
Oh, and you've gotten yourself in trouble, Teresa.
I always do.
I always do, she says.
I ran into his room and
roofies. I can detect the taste now.
Yeah. But I'm stuck here until he gives me leave.
And now's not the time to play with it necessarily, but I wanted to point out that you also got your spider ball upgrade.
That's right, and
really
I also got bombs here. So these are actually very handy for taking him out. Oh my gosh.
So while you play with your new friend.
Your new friend.
This is obviously an enemy from the original game, and that
so it is from the original game, and then it was brought back in Metroid Fusion. Okay, that's cool.
Jose, perhaps you could tell us a little bit about what the process was for redesigning the enemies from the original game.
Got him.
To respect the visual design of the regular enemies as much as possible.
Power up.
But we had to adapt
bomb, spring ball, bouncy ball.
So they could fit with our new gameplay.
I have a bouncy ball.
Without making them lose much of their original feel in the process. And as for the Metroids, they
I like being able to jump while on the morph ball. It's nice.
And this wanted also to be the same in our game. And they suffer a massive overhaul from the visuals of the original game and in their gameplay mechanics. And also we wanted to clearly show the transition in the live font from one Metroid to another. And this is something that is very clearly reflected in the movements, behaviors, and attacks.
Thank you. And good work.
Yeah, she's not too bad.
So I could actually take the spider ball, and the spider ball is actually an ability here that's very, very unique to Metroid 2. But I'm actually gonna do a very hard technique that I am not doing very good right now. I swear I practiced this.
I swear.
Bomb jump.
Oh no.
That's ridiculous.
Right, Metroid fans have spent hours trying to get to the craziest places using bomb jump.
Oh no.
But as you're trying to work your way around this map, that also brings me to the point that a lot of the maps have been redesigned for the new system.
She almost ruined it for herself.
To the process of redesigning the maps as well.
Yeah, we wanted to respect as much as possible the original layout of the original game because it has such a distinct structure within the Metroid series. And well, we wanted to add a lot of new series of new things because we wanted to be felt also new. And we added lots of
heart rate mod? Well, but I'd also have to have something to actually detect my heart rate. I don't think I have anything like that.
We wanted the game to be more, the exploration to be more dynamic and diverse than in the original game, introducing some classic abilities from other games in the series, but that were not present in the original game. And also we added some new, of course, special abilities that are unique to this title. So the combination of both made us realize some very interesting situations regarding level design for players to actively figure out their way forward in new ways.
Thank you.
Actually, before I take this
and
elevator,
read it aloud? That sounds kind of obnoxious, honestly. I'd
It's
rather
a
just have like a
teleport
number
station.
displayed on the
This actually
screen.
helps a lot with the mobility of the game, where instead of backtracking all the way through previous areas, you could actually use the teleport to quickly jump into a new area. And this actually really helps when you're trying
they definitely
to
didn't
gather
have a
some
teleport
items that you weren't
feature
able
ever
to in the
before
past,
that.
or explore new pathways that you weren't able
Or
to
at least
before.
like
I'm not going to take it
in the
right
sense
now.
of
I'm actually
fast
going to go
travel,
back
they
and take
didn't.
this elevator to a new area.
But you're right, it's such a huge addition to the game, being able to.
Oh, you're saying
quickly
you'll
get to the
just
areas you've already
check
been
it
to
every
and
few
find all those
whatever.
juicy secrets you weren't able to get at before.
Well, because
Yeah, I'm gonna pass on that
gathering all
too.
these items, it actually rewards you in the end because it does get more difficult
really
as
hard.
you further get into the planet, and the baddies.
He's
get
really stressed, guys.
So you definitely want to get all those upgrades and the items, and it rewards you. But you can also choose not to if you want a challenge. So.
What if I don't want a
visited
challenge?
Previous lava rooms before, so I know that this red door looks a little bit dangerous, but I'm gonna go in anyway just to show.
You're a rebel.
Yeah, it hurts. Yeah, I don't.
It
want
hurts.
Okay. So, I'm gonna actually use the scan pulse because I see there's something.
I'm mistakenly gonna call her the MILF.
Just to make sure. Yeah,
That's
you
funny.
have A on energy, might as well.
Yeah, I suppose.
So we're gonna go
I guess
here.
we could call her
I
the
love
quiet
how
one.
If you had just shot up above you, it would have.
We've been calling her the mute.
Yeah, it's actually good that you used your scan pulse right there.
Yeah, I have gotten lost more than once.
More than once.
Here's another suit upgrade.
Jeez, you're just flowing through these upgrades.
This does feel really good. Really epic.
Oh.
I love how vibrant the colors are.
God damn it! What the fuck is that called?
Is so
Various suit. There we go.
Yeah.
Jesus. How did I forget what that thing is called? What is wrong with me?
And it's just, again, it's really cool when the 3D feature is on because you get to see all the stuff that's happened in the background. But yeah, so I'm gonna go in here.
I know Samus has her classic suit.
Yeah, her various suit. So
yeah, that looks pretty
here,
tight.
so let's try going back to.
Should have used your hit scan thing.
Oh, that was close.
That was close.
That was very close. I like to play dangerously.
Okay, never mind.
And now
She's right. She's right.
Yes.
A bouncy ball now.
We're gonna explore
Come
this
back.
room now, and we could always go back and explore other lava
Magmore
rooms to
Caverns
see what we
music.
missed.
I have to point out that this is all one planet, this is all SR388, but look how different the environments are. It's a big planet.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
a lot of different areas
And
and,
there's
a lot of variety.
so much variety, yeah. And every area is just so colorful and unique on its own. So here I'm going to show a new Aeon ability called Lightning Armor. And what it does, it gives this green glow to Samus, but also
is that
overcharges
what
my
that-
melee and lets me go through enemies without taking much damage.
I
But
guess
it
that's
does
what
take
the
away,
thing at the bottom
from my
is.
Aeon pool. And so I want to actually save it in case I need it later.
Yeah, every time you get hit, it actually makes your Aeon gauge go down, so you
That's
can't
right.
just run foolishly through a group of enemies.
I mean, you
unless
can.
want to deal a lot of
Let's be
damage.
honest.
Yeah, so here's another door that I'm unfortunately not able to get in through, so I'm going to do another pin here. But I'm also going to show here, there's this information screen that will actually, it will show different items that are shown in the map, and if you're not quite sure what that icon means, it will actually tell you here. And it will actually unlock too once you've discovered it and you know how to interact with it. So definitely keep an eye on these because these are actually really informative.
It'll help you remember what you already know.
Yeah.
And we've already seen a few new Chozo artifacts, but that brings me to the question. Sakamoto-san, can you tell us a little bit about the decision to integrate more Chozo artifacts into this version of the game?
他のメトロイドゲームに比べて、この作品は、より多くの作り出したものがあると思いますが、その背景について教えていただけますか。はい。このゲームの舞台になっている
How far are they gonna go with this? Yeah, I don't know. Oh yeah, Waka. Yeah, you can mark things on the map. It's really neat. As far as how much they're gonna show, I don't know. They are showing a lot.
So, you know, this game is set
or at least that's my impression. They may be just scratching the surface, but it does seem like they are showing a lot of the game.
It also saw them crumble, so this whole area has this historical background of being a place just sort of filled with lots of riddles.
なので彫像文明の遺跡であるとかそういったものがたくさん、はい、あるわけですね。
So that's why you see all of these Chozo ruins that you mentioned.
Jesus, so much damage.
サムスリターンズ遊んでいただくとその文明の謎
が she's about to die.
わかるんじゃないかなと思って。
And I think if you get a chance to play Samus Returns, you might find some of the answers to the riddles that the Chozo civilization left behind.
What a tease he is.
さらに謎が深まるんじゃないかな。
Jump.
But it is
oh wow,
that there may be some new and
that's pretty cool.
Like
I like that.
Riddles introduced through the game as well.
Fine. I guess everyone's just gonna have to wait and see.
ネタバレしないようにね、はい、自分で皆さん頑張ってプレイしてもらいたいですね。
And Teresa, you've gotten yourself into trouble again.
I did. So this is the second evolution of the Metroid species. This is the Gamma. I was able to do a counter melee on him finally as he came up close to me. But I'm also going to use Ice Beam because it seems to be really weak to his nucleus. So I'm just going to keep on
really strong
attacking him
against his nucleus.
He's got a dynamic set of moves. He's swooping down on me. He's throwing electricity on me.
But that's a good point. If you're ever fighting an enemy or a boss and your weapon of choice doesn't seem to be making a big dent, try one of your other weapons or abilities because they might be a little more successful.
And since I'm a little bit low on health, I'm gonna feel safer if I put on my lightning armor.
I feel you, dude. Like I wish that I could stream this, but I don't have a capture card, nor do I wanna like rip into my DS because it's the limited edition Majora's Mask one. So
I'm just gonna throw this out there. Those spider legs are really creepy.
Get it?
Yeah, I'm not a fan of spiders, so yeah, this guy creeps me out.
He's turned red though, so you're doing well.
Yes,
almost there.
I should be almost there.
And that's another kind of visual indicator to show you that you're getting closer to
the red shell,
making mincemeat of this guy.
Yeah, and there's all those audio cues too for when's the right
Good
time
Lord.
to
don't die.
When's the right time to melee him? So it only happens when he goes down on the ground. But yes, I was able to successfully kill him.
Now you gotta get that item.
All
Oh,
right.
never mind.
Well, with that, I actually
What
want to
was
show another later area in the game because I think it'd be really cool to show the fans. So.
Excellent. Let's do it.
Excellent. Let's just ruin the entire game.
Sakamoto-san and Jose, we were hoping you could tell us a little bit about how you went about balancing this game, because there's obviously a lot of abilities, and it must have been difficult.
I wonder how they're doing it, because they're playing on the 3DS right there, like a new 3DS, and it looks like it's routing through like the battery port somehow. There are two, so like if you look at the new Nintendo 3DS, there are two like metal things right there that I don't think were on the original one. I wonder if they made that.
Well, of course, you know, it feels great. It's exhilarating to
I'm
use
gonna look
these
that up.
really powerful and dynamic abilities.
The quiet one is speaking.
Players want to use them, and we want them to use them, of course.
ただそれをやたら使ってしまうとゲームがすごく簡単になりすぎたりとか、あと新鮮味が失われたり緊張感が失われていったりして、どんどん刺激がなくなっていって価値が下がってしまうという懸念があるわけです。
But you know, one of the things we have to be careful of is if we overuse them, if we make them too powerful, it reduces, some of the tension that you feel in the game, and it sort of has the counter effect of actually reducing the excitement and sort of, again, that thrill that we want players to feel.
Lord.
So, again, it's a really delicate balance.
サムスリターンズで言うと、ビームバーストっていうその連射ができる機能があって、これが一番その例に今打ちましたね。これのバランスと非常に難しくて、やはり消費量であるとか、その効果であるとか、 その供給量、このバランスをうまく整えるのに非常にチューニングを繰り返しまして、マーキュリースティームさんにもいろいろとご迷惑かけたんじゃないかなと思います。
Well, yeah, and I think a good example of some of the difficulty in that
tuning is what we very true.
Is beam burst.
Ooh, nice beam.
And
I like that.
What's difficult again about finding that balance is you have to measure the
Super
effect
missile.
of the weapon, and you also have to take into consideration the amount of energy uses and the supply of energy that's available to you, and trying to come up with again a balance that works throughout the game and keeps all of those factors in mind. It can be quite challenging. I think we put quite a load on Mercury's team and having them do that, but I think they did a remarkably good job.
Yes, I completely agree with Sakamoto's words. It was difficult to balance the new abilities, not only because they can be used alone, but only because they can be used in combination between them, and also they can be combined with the classic abilities too. So at the end, it was pretty tough, but we, however, are very confident that we finally found.
I kind of like I'm excited for this game, but I feel like they should move on at this point. Like it's just a remake. And if they show too much, then it's just kind of like
and this is the Gamma
you're ruining what little surprise there is, you know, like.
Maybe it's something cuddlier. Hey, little guy.
Cuddlier.
Yeah, maybe not.
I find that highly unlikely.
This is the next evolution. This is the Zeta, and he's pretty gnarly. I'm not a big fan of him.
Damn, that thing looks like literally the alien from like the Alien franchise.
Because it is so it's so cool, and it feels really powerful. Oh.
Wrecked.
And I missed my moment to the melee counter.
He does so much damage too.
He does. But I'm going to use a combination of abilities here, from missile to grapple to beam burst.
You really have to be on your game with this guy because he switches up his patterns a lot.
Oh, he does.
She can do this.
And he's hard to predict, and he totally aims for me too. Like he's got me down.
Nice. That's just the beautiful.
I like the
animations
really
for the melee counter.
Yeah,
I think that looks
so
awesome.
Epic and actiony,
This is exactly what they're talking about too.
This is my least favorite move. This one.
Oh my god, they bounce around. Fuck that. Oh, you're gonna die. You're dead.
You died on purpose so that we could see Zero Suit Samus.
She looks so elegant there.
Beautiful, yes.
Beautiful. She looks beautiful when she's dead.
You're welcome. I aim to please.
Yes.
Alright, I'm gonna try this again.
Yes, you can do this. We all believe in you.
We all believe in you. That's a bit of presumptuous about the thousands of people that are watching.
Nice melee counter right off the top.
Oh, he was nice enough to give it to me, so I'll take it.
Yes.
Is that a grapple? That's cool.
So I got a good shot of the nucleus.
You know, he's not invited to your birthday party anymore.
No.
He ruined it.
Boom. Headshot.
I like green, but not in my face. No.
Should have dropped down. Shouldn't have kept jumping up.
And as we're showcasing here, the new abilities, your beam burst there, your lightning armor, they add to the experience, but as to the balance
Died
talking about
on
earlier,
purpose,
they
yeah.
don't make it easier. You have the
I mean, she may have. She was just standing like right next to one of the balls.
Yeah. Already out of them, so.
Oh.
Wow, she got wrecked.
It's alright. Third time's the charm.
He's pretty strong. Yeah,
He's pretty awful.
I'm hopeful that this third time I can get it.
Yes. You have the power of Samus at your disposal.
I have all her abilities. Alright, let's try this again.
Alright, let's play this game like she hasn't been playing it the whole time.
Oh, of course.
Oh, I missed it. He missed me at that time. That was lucky.
Oh. Drop down. There you go. What is that, money? Oh, salt. That's really funny. Oh, it actually says salt on it.
So mean.
Got him. Jump. Did she say get off me or fuck me? Like.
That was your favorite.
Oh god, I absolutely.
Oh, the balls don't even like break. That's interesting.
You know, he's more afraid of you than you are of him.
Remember that. Is that really
That's
the case?
truth.
Yeah, for real though. Is that really the
case? I don't think he cares
case?
much about me.
When you think you have a handle on it, he switches it up.
Oh, yeah, I know. I always need to be on guard with him because it's never the same pattern or consistent at all.
You're getting really close, though. I think
Yeah, he's red as shit. He's almost dead.
I got 1 bar left.
She just dies over and over and over.
No. No.
Oh,
wow.
So all right.
She sucks.
I can do it. I can do this. I swear.
We believe in you. This is the time.
This is borderline
He's
awkward.
not gonna do that move. Maybe hate over and over again.
Maybe Sakamoto-san can give me some tips.
Good luck.
That's all I get.
No pressure having the creator of Metroid watching you.
No.
I love how dynamic the beam burst looks.
It is. It feels so good. And I ran out of Aeon energy. Ah, that was my best one.
Oh no. Gotta do it the old-fashioned way now.
Missiles it is.
Oh.
Oh, that was close. Come at me. Come on.
Just stay down.
Yes.
Oh, finished with the melee counter. That's beautiful.
Yes.
Well worth the wait.
Thank you.
Good work, Teresa.
Well, that is all we have to show for game footage, but we do have some cool
Well, you suck.
announcements to also show to the folks at home, so
Yes.
I'm really excited.
Shall we?
Oh, we
The
shall.
salt is real.
Right. So, as you probably might have seen,
Yeah,
at the
can we
very beginning
fucking?
of the
I want to
game,
move on to
surface
something
area,
else. Like,
amiibo functionality is active in this game. It
oh,
does support
that's
the
actually kind of
two
cool.
Samus, the Zero Suit Samus and the regular Samus from the Super
Smash Brothers,
line.
yeah.
But there's also 2 new amiibo that we're so excited to show you guys. So we actually have them right here. I'm gonna ask you to hold. Actually, no. I'm gonna give you the honors of holding him because he's so awesome.
It's the Chozo?
So.
Oh, it's Metroid.
You get the Metroid, and this is the best part. He's actually squishy.
He's actually.
What? He's a squishy? That's pretty cool. Let's
and
be
he's
honest.
like breaking out of his little case and everything.
Yeah.
And then you
What's the
also
other one
have
look like? I wanna
Samus
see it.
again.
Show
here,
me.
But she's in her classic
Damn
Metroid
it.
pose, and that is just so cool. Like the amount of detail that's around her, it's just.
Thank God they
so amazing. She feels so cool.
That looks pretty well
These are
done.
going to be great additions to my collection, maybe your collection.
Oh yeah, definitely my collection.
I feel like I could justify buying a Samus one just
so
because
we can't
Samus is my
tell
shit.
you what the functionality is in this segment, but we
And
will
I have a
announce
Zelda
it
one,
at a
so
later
I need a Samus one.
but
I
we
like
wanted to show you these
Metroid
because
more,
they're
so
so
I need to outweigh my Zelda stuff.
And,
so I actually need to buy both of those. No.
I wanted to ask if Sakamoto-san and Jose have any final thoughts they'd like to tell our studio.
最後に何か一言か何か発表したいこと何かありますでしょうかね。どうしたんですか?
Yes, I wanted to thank Sakamoto-san and Nintendo for relying on us to develop this new Metroid game. So thank you so much.
Yeah. 私たちもマーキュリー・スティームさんというすごくいいパートナーに巡り会えて2D メトロイドの可能性をすごく広げることができて非常にハッピーです。
Yeah, I think we are very happy, of course, to have come, been lucky enough to team up with Mercury Steam on this project, and we really feel that the world, the potential for the 2D Metroid franchise has really just opened up for us a lot. So thank you so much.
そしてもう一つあれですよね、お知らせがあるんですよね。
One other thing I'd like to talk about today.
What is it?
実はまだ映画出ないんですか？実は今回のサムスリターンではスペシャルエディション特典付きのもの発売ですね。
They did play through a good amount of that. Kind of makes me sad. I wish they had like stopped sooner and talked more about the amiibo. Ooh, special edition!
So
Dude,
it also has
I'm
on the cover
on board. I'm
the
on board for
original
that.
pose from the Metroid 2 Return of Samus. So that's so
I'm surprised they're not gonna have like a bundle where it's that with one of the amiibo. Like,
yeah, so
I'd buy
the
that.
soundtrack is actually called Samus Archives. It's a music CD and it has about
That's I actually want that. I really like the Metroid
games
music.
that have come out.
Which granted, I can download it regardless, like on my own. But I like supporting Nintendo. Like I really like Nintendo's content.
I'm super excited for it, so I hope you
I think they deserve my money for that sort of thing, especially because like they'll probably be full length soundtrack type of things. So I think it's worth the money.
I think later today we're gonna have a trailer.
Oh, that's right. So one more treat for you all. So those of you that have a Nintendo 3DS at home, you're actually able to see the trailer that aired earlier today. And actually, because you have a Nintendo 3DS, if you're able to
She's breaking the fourth wall. She's staring at the camera.
See that 3D depth and display.
You're not allowed to do that, lady.
Be able to see how
yeah, she's not doing it.
And cool and all that depth that's in Metroid. So we're really excited to have that available for you today. And you could download it for free on the Nintendo eShop.
Yes, and thank you so much for tuning in.
That's something I'm not going to download.
Metroid Samus Returns. Thank you again, Sakamoto-san and Jose, for joining us and speaking with us. And please stay tuned. Next up, we have Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle, so don't go anywhere.
Oh yeah, the Mario Rabbids stuff. Looks pretty funny. I doubt it would be something I would buy, though, if I'm completely honest. Maybe something I would rent. But even that, considering how difficult it is to rent things nowadays, like I have to go through a whole like online ordering process, probably not worth it. Probably something I'm never gonna play. Ragging rabbits? I'll rent your face. For how much, dude? I'll sell out. No, I'm just kidding. I'm hungry. I'm dying. I will pay $1. My face gets a whole $1. I'm so special. Oh god, make it stop. Fucking advertisements, man. There we go. I don't know, so what are you guys excited for about like everything that you guys saw? I'd buy that. Yeah, like what sort of games are you interested in playing? What are you happy that they are coming out with? What do you not like about certain things that they're doing? Like, kind of interested in hearing what you guys have to say. Excited? I'm guessing you're excited for Metroid. Are you excited for both of them, or, you know, just Metroid Prime 4, or, you know... The remake does look good. I'm pretty excited for that. I'm fucking, like, stoked for Metroid Prime 4. Literally just showed the title, and I was like, oh, shitting myself. I'll probably have to go back and, like, clip that reaction out and like just save it as one of my videos, because like I was literally just like, holy shit. I was so excited. Such a great series. Like, I'm so glad that they're continuing it. But yeah. You don't like that they're announcing a main series Pokemon game on the Switch? How come? That to me, that's surprising. I think it's awesome. I think it completely makes sense too. Like from like a business standpoint and from like a hardware standpoint, because like it's incentive for people to use the Switch as it's intended to be used, because you know the whole idea is to be able to like take it around with you and take it and make it portable. I'm sure the reason why you're not excited about it is because it's for the Switch, which means you're gonna have to pay an extra few $100s in order to play the new Pokemon game. But I mean, they're technically still releasing it for a handheld, but the handheld also is the main console nowadays. So, you know, from a business standpoint, it definitely makes sense, especially because Nintendo is notorious for trying to get people to use the hot, new, trendy, whatever feature of the console. Like, they have a lot of gimmicky things that try to emphasize the new features, and I definitely think Pokemon will do that, especially like a core Pokemon game, because people are much more likely to take it with them than if they just simply re-release it for the 3DS. But it doesn't really bother me, because like eventually I will get a Switch, but for someone that was trying to avoid getting a Switch, avoid spending that extra money, I could definitely see why it would be upsetting. Yeah, that's exactly what I was saying. Because a lot of people don't have a Switch, and the Switch in general, from my understanding, is still really difficult to get.
Hey, welcome
so,
back
yeah.
to Nintendo Treehouse Live. I'm Terry.
The Mario Rabbids game,
Mario
the Pokemon
Rabbids
Port.
Kingdom Battle.
That Kirby
right
game does look really fun. Super Mario Odyssey,
and we have some
I'm
friends
definitely
of ours
more
from Ubisoft,
interested in than I was before.
And Davide. Thank you for coming, guys.
Thank
you. So let's go into the game, and let's kind of go talk about a little bit of this game for us.
Sure. So,
Alright, dude. Alright, Everlast. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for chatting with me and the rest of us.
We were announcing the game yesterday at the conference, and since then we
hope you enjoyed the
So we're super happy to show today more of the basics.
I guess live chat type thing.
Basics, exploration.
Wow, thanks, dude.
So that's what we're gonna do.
Thank you for the cheer. That's awesome. Like,
the game itself, so what happened is,
thanks a lot. Yeah, like I really appreciate it. You enjoy your pool time.
Yeah, and it changed
I'm gonna keep doing this. If you want to pop in my stream later, I'll probably like give updates on like anything I've seen. Because I think I will stream in my normal time.
So we're still at the beginning of the game here.
Get rid of the swamp
basically
nets.
That's when things start to go a bit crazy with twisted elements.
That's funny.
We even have this plant here. There's a bit special.
So yes, we tried to recreate a very immersive.
But yeah, thanks again for the cheer, man. I really appreciate it. If you're still in here, I think you hopped out already. Oh, no, you're still here. Have fun, ladies. Have fun, man. I mean, girl. I mean, I can't assume your gender. It's 2017.
It's incredible because it's animated by hand, and it's following the music of Grant Kirkhope, which is the composer of the game. So it's one of the things that I love about this game.
It's part of the things that Mr. Miyamoto, Nintendo, and us as well, Ubisoft wanted to see as well, the in terms of details, things that we wanted to play with. So yeah, let's go. And big part of the game as well is the combat itself.
Yeah. And when the players see those enemies in front of them,
you got me, Waka. I'm guilty.
Before we go in, actually, there is a couple interesting characters that's following Mario. let's talk about them a little bit.
Yeah. So aside the big Goomba that has been almost played with because of the rabbits and stuff, for the characters and the heroes.
The rabbits do look really goofy.
Mario, of course. He's a true hero.
They
He's
look
a
really
fighter-like character in combat as well, so he's really strong almost everywhere. but we also have Rabbit Peach. She's a hot-tempered, quite fun of Mario, but hot-tempered rabbit, and a very strong personality as well. And Rabbit Luigi, third one, he's a wizard-like type of character. He's really clumsy, naive, but at the same time he's quite dangerous in combat, and as the game progresses as well.
That's
so
funny.
yeah, it's a nice cast, and this cast is the beginning cast. So as you'll progress into the game, you'll unlock new heroes. So you don't unlock the heroes at the beginning, you unlock them throughout the adventure.
Now, can we say
I mean, that makes sense. That's pretty standard.
Sure.
Absolutely.
So
the player
yeah.
will control 8 heroes. We'll be able to choose between 8 heroes at the end.
So you're the little,
that will be
like, Roomba thing?
And we really wanted to play around this
That's
contrast between Mario character and the Rabbids one, like in order to create the humor. So if there is something that the Rabbids learn from Mario throughout the game is how to become a hero.
Yeah, that's fine.
And Mario learns how to crack the joke.
So
are we ready to look
we
at
go
some
for the
battle?
fight?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it. Let's
Yeah,
go.
definitely.
So you switch from exploration mode to battle mode this way. So basically, when you see those two flags, you switch to battle mode, and you don't control anymore directly your characters. You control Beepo, little cursor you see in front, and this little guy, in fact, is telling you. You can tell him where to go, and the characters will follow. So that's a big difference between the two. And for us, it was a good match, between exploration and combat in terms of the feeling we have. So let's go.
As soon as you start the combat, a fly cam is showing you the battleground, but you can always use the tactic cam, which is a tool that will let the player observe the surrounding to decide what to do, the best move to take. And as you can see in the top right part of the screen, the mission objective is a rich area. So it's not really important
like
to
Fire
defeat
Emblem,
the enemy
where it's like
there,
turn-based,
but to really decide the best way, possible way to arrive directly at the objective. So the player will have two choices: directly in front of the enemy, that seems a little bit risky, or moving a little bit on the right to use the cover and being protected by the attack of the rabbits. So what you see right now is Xavier, which is controlling the heroes. In this case, each heroes can perform 3 different type of action.
This game's kind of strange.
We are quite early in the game.
You see me? What do
right
you mean?
now we have
Is there a
only
penguin on
movement
screen or something?
and attack. Later on there will be techniques, which is way more, let's say, an indirect way to deal with an enemy, and it's more magical. But the blue line is defining where the characters can move. And in this case, Xavier could, for example, go behind the cover in order to be half protected, or just go in front of the enemy.
So as soon as you press, the character moves. And like David said, we can attack, but it will show first the movement phase itself. You can do whatever you want. You can move first, attack then. It's up to you to decide, in fact.
You can advance towards another cover, such for example as Rabbit Luigi is doing, or even better, you can move the cursor behind one of your teammates in order to activate what we call the team jump. And the team jump is expanding your area of movement, allowing you to go much further than your normal area of movement.
Right.
And this is also allowing you to fill the gaps, such as the small river that you can see in front of you. After that, you can choose, but there is no sequence, right?
Exactly. So basically here we just finished the movement phase, and now we can see in this fight that the enemies are positioned in a way to zerg you. They called Ziggies. Those guys don't have a lot of life points, but they're they dash you all the time. So it's good that I'm on the other side with Mario thanks to the team jump. So when you're ready, you press A, you attack, and what you may have seen just over the enemy is the hit percentage. So 100% means 100% chance to hit. If they are behind a half cover, full cover, it changes. So we'll see that just later on. So I'll continue with the attack here.
Boom!
And even defeat the enemy in the process. He's zapped out, and in terms of story, basically they're not dying. They're going back to the hub as white rabbits. So we're actually saving the rabbits
That's
here.
great. Then you feel good about defeating these
absolutely.
guys.
That's the whole point, because I don't want to spoil too much about the story, but they have been controlled by a force. And by defeating them, you are removing this force from them. And they are part of the gameplay loop of the players, because
cool.
they will go back
it's very
to the
interesting,
pitch castle, and the more you free them, the more they will build a structure that will help the player throughout their adventure.
So we saw there Mario was attacked,
I personally have never
behind
seen
a
anything
full
like
cover,
this, but you guys
so
are
the
saying
enemy
it's
had
similar to
0%
the,
chance of hitting him.
Sega
But
game from
the
back in
cover
the
did
day.
take damage, I noticed. So
Did it have like the sort
Exactly.
of like
So we
covert,
it's actually
like,
something really
movements and,
important in the combat
fighting
itself.
style, like this does?
There are actually a side one that we have later in the
This
game.
game is pretty
No
cool.
cover that is really infinite. Like they have this
I would
amount of
definitely say
damage, and if they get destroyed, you don't have any cover anymore to defend yourself. So for example here, if I go and attack this enemy, I know I'm not gonna hit it. It's 0% chance, but just to show you the damage on the cover itself, this is a wood cover, so in 2 hits it's gonna be destroyed. And the one you see here next to Rabbit Luigi is a brick cover. So this one is a bit more tough, so 3 hits. So basically, that's really important in the game itself to use this. The enemies will do it, you will do it, so...
And this is cool because you can also use interactive elements in the battleground, such as the rabbit's pipe. The rabbit's pipe really helps you to go in other places where you couldn't reach just with your area of movement.
So when you use that tacticam, spot those pipes, and use that to plan out your strategy.
Exactly. So that's why the observation part is important, and we gave this tool to the player in order to really study, if they want to, the battleground.
Definitely, it does count for you do have to explore a bit to really figure out
It's
that
kind of cool that
strategy
it's
and
turn-based.
find out what the best
I haven't really
advantages you
seen
have,
a
especially
Mario,
in this
well,
new level
outside of
environment that you're
like Paper
encountering.
Mario, that's had
Exactly.
Mario
Here,
that's
you know,
turn-based.
it's even we showed some gameplay yesterday at the conference. It was
Game
just
seems
the
very
fight after.
odd.
This one is before, like David was saying, we don't even have the techniques. But one thing here that is really important for us in terms of design and philosophy was, you see the water. This is creating a gap. So it teaches you to use team jump a lot. But the enemies do not use team jump. Those guys are dashers. You don't have Globetrotter. Globetrotter is the second archetype we have. They do team jumps. But here, we really want to show the player, like, hey, you can protect yourself. They will dash you eventually because they will take the pipe by the end of the map, trying to rush you. But it depends, because according to where you are in the fight, we never know what the enemies can do. But they should do that in this map. Because again, we want to teach
Still a
you
bit hungover.
this is the way you can
Brain
play as well.
not
You can
working.
reach, bigger zones and reach new areas, but also you can go over gaps like water. And this is quite cool. And later in the game, you'll even have height. So if you go up there, you have an advantage in terms of damage. So it starts to build up, We start to put the ingredients together. And this map is 30 minutes into the game, so it's really a good map to start to get those things in.
Yeah, the player are still learning here, no? So it's really up to them where to move. They want to go directly against the enemy and risking to be dashed, but they maybe could arrive at the objective sooner, or they want to take maybe a more safer route like the one we are taking right now, because we are moving, helping each other using the protection of the colors.
Right, and you had mentioned earlier that the objective for this battle is really to get to this final checkpoint.
Yeah.
There are different battles where you actually have to defeat all the enemies.
So here, it's a tricky map. Of course, we're playing, we know pretty much the map, but for the player, it's going to be a first tricky map, because they could take this as, oh, we like to defeat all the enemies, but the issue is that we have a lot of the respawn, and the more you wait, the more enemies will spawn, and it's going to be very complicated. So here, it's a reach objective. You need to reach. One of your character needs to be in the zone, and this is something key for the players to do.
To be honest, I'm not terribly interested
then
in
we
this.
have multiple enemy objectives. We
Rebooting.
have defeat all, defeat this type of enemy, reach, escort, and those type of objectives throughout the game to really challenge the player again to do the right decisioning when it matters. So Rabbit Luigi is really close now. He's not close enough because we made it
not close enough to arrive at the mission objective.
So the objective
definitely this is something that we've never seen before, really, with Mario, and he's pairing up with Smash Up. But also, we have
error
Mario
occurred.
for the first time really using a weapon.
Try unplugging and plugging back in.
Yeah, Mario has never been afraid to take whatever power-ups are, available to him. So it's cool to see these new types of weapons that he can play with.
He's adapting to his surroundings.
Right.
Yes, plus they are very, very light-hearted and funny. Because the weapons in our game are not just there in order to damage the enemy, but they are also a tool to create fun, because you can plug additional behavior, such as you can glue an enemy on the ground. There is a particular enemy that is very powerful in using the techniques. You can freeze his face so he cannot speak anymore, therefore he cannot use the techniques.
Saved.
There is someone very good at shooting. You can kink his face so he cannot see you and he cannot shoot at you. You can
get you some
enemies
that has like
so they are running with their
wheat
bottom
or
on fire.
whole grains in it.
And
it's good for absorbing.
There is also propagation, so if an enemy
like
on fire is touching
bread
another enemy, will propagate.
Objective is not always defeat all
There are
enemies.
some
crazy
I behavior that could happen
picked up that much just
within the battlefield,
just
and
because
that's
they had to
what
get
we
to
call
that
the
one
domino
area.
effect. So you can chain multiple effects.
They had to survive and then get to
the
that
output
area.
could be very, very crazy.
The game looks really
Also, when
crisp.
you finish the fight,
really
you can go
pretty.
back,
The
of course,
graphics
to
are
the
nice.
zone in free movement and exploration mode. All the coins that you have on your battlefield.
I don't know if you guys saw,
because
but
when
they're
you destroy
actually,
covers, you gather coins as well. So
coming
even
out,
if you
like,
hit an enemy behind a cover and the
the
cover gets
special
destroyed, it's
outfits
rewarding
in
as well for the
Skyrim
player,
that's
so you can
like
go back and buy better weapons.
Zelda-based.
Thanks to
I
coins.
thought that was fucking awesome.
But if we have a few minutes, we just wanted to show something as well here. Just a quick fact. We went that way for the fight itself. But in fact, the most effective way, let's say advanced way, would have been to go that way. Even if it's dangerous, the first round you get, dash and stuff. Second round, you really dash the enemy well. So a good strategy would be to put Mario on the right side. He's a good damage output in terms of his weapon. Rabbit Luigi is not really good with his weapon, but he's good with dashing. So you can put it in the front line, and then you go really quickly to the zone here. So yeah, we just revealed something for people when they will play.
Nice.
They know how to play the map now. But yeah, it's up to the player to decide. They can go front or go left, right, whatever they have in mind, they can go for it. Depends on the play style itself.
Because a good tactical game should give the player the choice to choose their strategy. So not only in terms of
Waka, that is true. That's something I was thinking about.
Your character.
I doubt
which kind
it's
of weapon
stolen
you want
though.
them to
I'm
be
sure
equipped
they
with,
actually
but
developed
also
it themselves.
The plan that you want to take into the battlefield.
Like I'm sure there are mods that exist out
didn't
there
want
at
for
the
the
time,
battles
like
to
right
have
now,
only one possible
but
solution, but
I feel like due to like copyright type stuff, or just even like.
Let's go to.
Well, they may have. I
the
don't
Peach
know. Like
Castle
I don't
to
know if they
show
copyright mods
the
or
hub
that sort of
itself.
thing. I know some mods you do
we didn't
have to
present
pay
it
for.
yet, although it's a big part of the game, of course.
But I'm sure from like a legal standpoint, they probably
of course, it's a Peach
did it
Castle.
themselves.
It was not destroyed by the arrival of the rabbits, so thank God. This is good. But the issue, or let's say the challenge for Peach as a princess as well, is that the castle will evolve as the game progresses. So
cool.
as you progress, you'll see more
the
stuff
castle,
built by the rabbits a bit randomly, or not randomly like this one, Battle HQ, to change your team, change your weapons, change your skills in the skill tree.
The castle does
access new worlds. So this one is the first one.
Run game
Ancient Gardens.
It's kind of like a side.
And you also have many puzzles around that you have to solve.
Side comparison. So
and
it's
as you
cool
finish a
they have
world, you
that
get
in
new
this game as
contextual
well.
actions and
This
exploration
one
as well, so
obviously
you
is
can
much more
progress and
fleshed
see
out.
other places that
So
you
it'll be
couldn't
cool
go
to see
before.
how the castle progresses.
So this is key as well for the
Like
player
I said,
to
at
go back to
best,
the
I'd
hub
probably
and see what they
just,
could do now that have new
rent this
abilities.
game. I don't think I'd buy it.
So yeah,
but it
this
does look
hub
fun.
will evolve
Looks
throughout the game, and we won't be able to show today, the other worlds, but as soon as you finish a world, you can access the new one with this new ability, and the cannon takes you and then shoot you in the world itself. And we just saw an example here of a little puzzle that we have with the right coins that we have in the game as well. So we have yellow coins, red coins, blue coins as well in the bug zones.
Spoil what you get.
Museum, where you get all your collectibles from the game. You can gather in the game. This one is still broken when you're at that moment in the game, but it's the washing time machine. That's what they use to come in the world itself of Mario. And it will be useful in the future. You can go back and revisit and get better scores in all the fights that you've done.
That's kind of cool.
And also other elements that here
I like replayability. I think that's
that,
vital to the life of the
player
game.
will discover new worlds here, etc., etc. So that's really an important part of the game as well, this hub and how it will evolve with the game itself.
And I do remember that the hub was one of the first things that we decided to do within the game, like really a point of contact for the player to really help me throughout the whole game. And I remember when we were told that we were about to work with Nintendo on a game that was featuring both Mario and the Rabbids, and we immediately understood that it was a lifetime opportunity. We worked really night and day in order to find something unique for the Rabbids, but as well for Mario. So as we are huge tactical fan, we said, okay, we should use them to propose something fresh, something new in the turn-based combat games. But at the same time, we wanted to stay true to the Mario universe, and therefore we decided to mix those two different phases, but in a seamless way, like the combat and the adventure. And
I think it's funny how they run. It's almost like it's a Naruto game.
Idea. We decided to meet with Nintendo, and I remember that we had only
a new soundtrack.
3 weeks and a half.
Check it out at the museum.
It was crazy to remember, to really prepare something. And when I finally met Mr. Miyamoto,
the coins to buy
I felt
stuff
like
in this game
he's
as well.
the creator of my
Because
favorite
they introduced that in
it's
Odyssey,
the
which
inspiration
is
of
kind of
my
cool. You
career
can buy
as a
different
game
outfits
designer. And I felt like
clothing
if I
and
was
different
divided
things,
like
like customization options.
So
but
the passionate Nintendo
I wonder if you
player
can actually buy stuff in this game
and
as
the
well. I would
Ubisoft
assume you
creative
can.
director, the urgency to ask for
Since
an
it's a third
autograph and the responsibility
Using
to
coins
present
from
the
third
game
party
the
to buy
most
things
professional
isn't exactly a
way.
new concept.
But at the end, the effort paid off because he told me that he was impressed, and he kept asking how come that we had Mario and Luigi in our prototype. But the truth is that even if we spent we had only 3 weeks and a half to work on the prototype. We recreated Mario and Luigi from scratch, the model, the animation, the rig, in order to try to translate their essence in our prototype. And I think that this was the moment where we truly convinced Nintendo about our commitment and passion. So from that moment on, we kept meeting with them in Kyoto. It was an incredible journey, and Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle become really a work of love, a labor of love.
That's such an amazing story. Yeah, I think you guys have a lot to be proud of, and I know that Mr. Miyamoto, he's hard to impress, and you guys have worked really hard, and I'm super proud of what you guys have come up with. I can't wait to play the full game.
And it's just beautiful looking with all the graphics and the
Thank
different tactical style, but also the exploration of the game. It's a new style that we never really encountered before. So
we didn't sleep a lot the past month and years, but we're super happy to be here and talk about the game. It feels great. Like we were almost like in the cave, working on this game, and I think for the team, the whole team.
So far, I'm like 2 for 2, where they've been like showing the gameplay and then like the camera of themselves. They've all been on the left side of the screen.
Exciting.
So
yesterday press conference was.
Thankfully, that's
been the case. It went very well. And all the emotions we had on it was great, and I think now showing the game like that, it's just incredible. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you so much, guys, for coming. So
cool.
This was Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle. And then up next we have Fire Emblem Warriors. Stay tuned for more.
That was one of the franchises I never got to touch. We'll be back in a minute. Alright, I think I'm gonna go grab me a sandwich while they're doing this. So, I'm gonna be back as well. So, yeah. You guys hang tight. Well, I mean, you can do whatever you want to, honestly. But if you do want to watch more, then I will be back. If not, then thanks for stopping by. Thanks for chatting with me. Let me know what you're excited for, that sort of thing. And if you're not back when I get back, or you're not here when I get back, then I'll see y'all hopefully later. But yeah, so I'll be right back. Okay. What the shit, Nintendo? Breakfast? I'm making lunch, dude. It's 2:20 where I'm at. Or are you going to make breakfast? Is that what you're saying? No idea. I'll do this for a second. Right. You guys can watch me eat. You're welcome. I'm kind of surprised. I guess they do have to set up like the stage and stuff. Like get everyone positioned and cameras and stuff. microphones and whatnot. I wonder what they're going to show next, though.
Hi everybody, welcome back to Nintendo Treehouse Live at E3 2017. I'm up here with Matt, Audrey, and Mr. Hayashi from Koei Tecmo, and Owen translating. We're here to give you a look at Fire Emblem Warriors. I want to warn you, it's a very chaotic game, and so Audrey will not be playing while she speaks. That's why we've got Matt up here with us. He won't be saying a whole lot, but I hope you chime in with a little bit of your strategic decision making.
I'll try.
As we're going. So
I'll
anyway,
try.
Yeah, Matthew has a wonderful personality. You won't be hearing much of it, though. Sorry about that. So we're going to jump right in here, and as Rich said, we're taking a look at
We don't care about his
Warriors.
personality.
Now, this is an action-adventure when the Warriors, that has Warrior-style gameplay, but featuring Fire Emblem heroes.
Okay.
And, it's a brand new
it's like
story
Dynasty
in a brand new
Warriors
kingdom.
and Hyrule Warriors.
We're actually going to be first playing the stage that we're playing on the show floor,
that makes a lot
we have
more
a few
sense.
new additions we're showing
It's
exclusively
another
here on
third-party
Nintendo
game.
Treehouse Live.
And
one of those
that honestly
is
makes
this
sense that they
spunky blonde hair, Liana.
So if y'all don't know, Dynasty Warriors was like a mass.
She's a brand new character added just to this game, and she's the twin sister of Rowan, who you can play as on the show.
And they did like a crossover, and it's called Hyrule Warriors.
We'll get to Xander in a bit.
We're spending a lot
of time. Very popular, very big.
Yes, but
they came out with
two
versions of it. One was for the Wii,
you could tell us a little bit about
3DS,
how the idea came about to create a Warrior-style
since they were
game
Zelda
based around
based,
Fire Emblem.
that you eventually could get DLC, which would be characters and sort of thing. So I guess this is the Fire Emblem version of that. I guess the Hyrule Warriors did really well. Oh, sorry, I'm blocking out some cameras. They need to decide where they want their fucking camera. This is the third corner they've used.
ゼルダ無双をハイラルウォリアーズのレジェンズ開発中にぜひ次このファイアーエンブレム無双を作りましょうっていう話をさせていただいて今回こうやって実現したとなります。
So as you may know, we worked on the game Hyrule Warriors, and
yeah,
in Hyrule Warriors Legends we had a game system where on the touchscreen you could switch characters, and we thought that this would be a really good combination with some of the strategic elements from Fire Emblem. For example, like the weapons triangle. So we heard about this project during the time that we were developing Hyrule Warriors Legends, and we thought it would be a great idea to work on a Fire Emblem themed Warriors games.
Hey, thank you. And as we just saw, Prince Marth showed up.
Hey there.
Fans may recognize him from the very first Fire Emblem game, or from Fire Emblem Shadow Dragon
on the Nintendo DS.
Right? And he shows up all around.
He's a busy man.
He is.
He's a busy man.
We're not going to give away anything about story here, but you will see a bunch of different Fire Emblem heroes and villains showing up, and you may just have to battle some of them.
It'll all make sense when you're playing.
It'll make sense when you play.
Don't fret.
But as you just saw, there was a stun gauge over one of those enemies, and Matthew was actually able to whittle it all the way down, which allowed him to unleash a really epic critical hit on them, which did a great amount of damage.
I love all of the nods to the Fire Emblem franchise that we're seeing in here, including the critical hit that you just saw with like the facial animation going across the screen.
Absolutely, and speaking of, we've got these little sprites on a grid-based map. That's a little bit familiar to Fire Emblem fans, and it also brings me to something else that we're showing exclusively here on Nintendo Treehouse Live, which is the ability to give commands. Now, this is extremely useful, but you can actually select any of the units that you're in control of and send them anywhere you want. You can deploy them to an enemy base. You can send them to fight a different enemy. You can do whatever you want to help you maintain control of the map, and this is really key in helping you win, because it can, as you said, it can get quite chaotic. And you saw Matthew just switched to Crom, which is always a good decision.
He's really
but with the touch of a button, you can switch between the characters you're in control of. So if you place them at different points on the map, then you can just switch between them, and then you're suddenly halfway across the map. It's very useful.
Crom versus Marth seems so weird. They're basically using different iterations of the same sword, aren't they?
Yeah.
The Falchion, yeah.
Legendary sword facing off against itself.
That's kind of cool.
And I love these special attacks here. They're really dynamic, and they really bring to life the characters that we know and love from the Fire Emblem franchise. And as Matthew is kind of mowing down these enemies here and trying to defeat all of the enemy captains on the map. Hayashi-san, perhaps you could tell us a little bit about the battle system in Fire Emblem Warriors and how it differs from other Warriors games.
はい、今回、ファイアーエンブレム無双はですね、無双の気持ちいい意気投合の爽快感っていうのはもちろんなんですけども、そのファイアーエンブレムのシミュレーション要素っていうのをこの無双に落とし込んでいて、今マップにあるように3組によってこの得意不得意が一目瞭然出ますし、それ以外にも今キャラクターをダブルっていうことで2人をくっつけたりっていうような要素も覚醒の要素からインスパイアを受けて作っているものです。
They even were in an English, like the original Fire Emblem. I don't think there was an original English version of it.
So this game has a lot of the game elements
that you'd be familiar from
other Warriors games, like really over-the-top action and kind of the thrill of taking on hordes of enemies.
It kind of sucks that you can't see that.
But it combines that with the
because
RPG
the original Fire Emblem
Fire
in
Emblem
English,
games,
from my understanding, was for the Game Boy Advance, and it was just called Fire Emblem.
Being able to pair up with
that was where
characters
you
is
see
something that was
Lynn,
inspired by
Hector, and
Awakening.
Elwood as
So
the main
we have
characters,
really the strategic elements of Fire Emblem combined with the thrill of playing a Warriors game.
I could look it
Absolutely, and there are just all kinds of little touches that I think Fire Emblem fans will especially really appreciate. You mentioned the weapons triangle, and anyone who's played a Fire Emblem game knows the weapons triangle quite intimately, and it's in full effect in this game. And things like pairing up. If you pair up 2 of your units, then you can do things like dual attacks or dual guards, and you can even have them jump in and help each other during their special attacks, which isn't only helpful, it looks really cool.
I think the animations for this game are part of what I love so much about it. Watching all the characters pulling off their critical attacks, like right now with Corrin.
Corrin's going nuts
that
here.
That is insane.
There was a Fire Emblem guidance?
No, she's just
really?
getting started.
That's kind of cool.
Yes. She did give it
her
all.
The original came out for the Japanese Family Computer, whatever the fuck that is.
Oh no, you made her mad.
The second title came out for the Famicom.
We both are momentarily struck numb by the beauty of that attack.
Thanks, Death Dealer, for the follow. I appreciate it.
The characters is one
Glad
of
you're
the
enjoying my
biggest
commentary
parts
and
that fans
such.
love about the Fire Emblem
I normally
series.
play a
And
lot of
not only do we
Nintendo
get to
stuff,
see
play
a
Animal
great
Crossing,
variety of them and a brand new kingdom
eventually I
and a
will
brand
play
new
some Fire
story,
Emblem,
but
though
we
I
get to
haven't
play
yet.
in a different type of gameplay than we
I
usually do for a
played,
Fire
Zelda,
Emblem
Metroid,
Heroes. So
Mario,
that's really
all
neat,
sorts of things,
and
so,
also just seeing them rendered in beautiful
that sort of thing,
HD
feel
in
free to
these
tune
brand new
in.
scenarios.
I should be doing
really
a
something
Kirby
else.
playthrough.
And having all these
Nightmare
characters brought
Dreamland
together in one
tonight at
game
9
provides us with
PM
some unique
Eastern Standard
opportunities
Time.
as well. You get to see characters
just to kind
you'd
of give you
never
an idea, that's in
interact in
6.5
any other
hours.
game.
But
like
yeah,
fighting
so if you're,
side by
you wanna
side
tune
or
in
against
then
one
too,
another.
Cross paths, yeah.
be sure to.
When you might
but
not
in the
normally have
meantime,
seen
we're gonna be
Crom
watching
go
some E3 stuff.
falchion to falchion with Marth, here we are. Speaking of,
They apparently were
perhaps you
working
could tell us a
on
little bit about
a
how you
Nintendo
achieved
64
the task
version
of making the more
Fire Emblem, but that
action-oriented
didn't
Warriors gameplay capture the feel of the Fire Emblem
make
series,
it.
which is
It
more
was canceled in
strategy-oriented.
2000.
そこのバランスは
And then
本
the
当に
Binding
非常に大
Blade
事
was
にして
then
ま
being
して
worked on.
今のシミュレーションゲームの遊び方キャラクター
Yeah,
をうちに
work
浮かせるっていうのは
done
もち
for
ろ
the
ん戦略的
64 version
に遊びたい方はそう遊
was
ん
then
でいただいて
incorporated
もいい
into
ですし
Binding
アクシ
Blade.
ョンゲームとしてそこら辺あんまりこうテンポよく遊びたいっていう方はそこにはお任せっていう要素もありますのでプレイヤーの皆さんの好みに合わせて遊べるようにっていうことも意識して作ってます。
So when we were working on this game, we really thought that balance between those two kind of game styles was really important. So in simulation RPG games, you would have strategic elements where you could send characters to different parts of the maps, and those kind of players who are into those games really want to take their time with that. But people who like action
the Binding
games
Blade
really want
was like
to
the
maintain the tempo, and
kind
so
of
we
sort
have
of
the
one of the
option
first
of
ones. It was the first one
setting,
released for Game Boy Advance, and it was only released Japanese.
that part of the system
That was the
to
one
be
that
automated
incorporates
so that
Roy.
certain characters will defend
And then apparently
on
the
their
one
own,
that
so.
came out, the first English one that came out was just called Fire Emblem, and that's the one with Elwood.
Don't thank him yet.
And Lynn and Hector,
Well,
because Roy is actually Elwood's son.
ちょっと一個だけ例をお伝えすると、さっきのレベルアップ演出、これもやっぱりファイアーエンブレムシリーズから 取り入れた演出なんですけども、こういう演出が好きな方はこの演出見てもらえばいいし、アクションゲームとして毎回この演出入るのはちょっとテンポかなっていう方はオプションでこれの表示をなくすこともできるんですね。そういう形でファイアーエンブレムファンの皆さんに楽しんでいただきつつ、アクションゲームとしても楽しみたい方、よりシミュレーション的に遊びたい方っていう方に遊んでいただけるようにバリエーションオプションなんかも用意してます。
Okay, just to comment on something that we just saw on the screen there was the level up sort of sequence. And that's definitely something that we've included.
That was really fluid. I
for
didn't
Fire
even
Emblem
notice that
fans to enjoy, where they'll see that right in the middle of the gameplay. But players who are more used to action games, where they might think that might stop the tempo of the game, they can turn that off in the options. So
correct.
We definitely wanted to include elements that would make Fire Emblem players happy, but also not kind of disrupt the play for action. Players who really like action games.
Yes, thank you. And they did a fantastic job of it, because there are all these little things. I mean, not just the grid-based map, the level up screen, little sound effects. That if you're a huge Fire Emblem nerd, like nobody
menu,
here
that
today
sound
at all. No.
Those sounds are used in like
show floor
No,
anywhere.
absolutely not. If you love Fire Emblem, you're just going to go nuts over all of the little details and Easter eggs that they put in here for you.
Cool.
It's
nice,
Ryoma
the
now
little,
hacking
just
his
little
way
details
through
that
a
they
bunch
pulled
of
from the actual
minions.
series.
They were a lot of axe users, but now we're up against some swordsmen.
Right.
Hoping to get some like weapons triangle action going on.
Yeah, I was actually just thinking about that.
Rather quickly.
There is like a weapons
Yeah, you really do need to pay attention to what weapon
game.
you have equipped and what weapon your enemies have equipped. And in the full game, of course, you'll be able to choose which weapons and items you equip your characters with.
Oh, okay, so it does matter. That's cool. I'm glad they kept that.
There's Ryoma beating up on innocent civilians like he does.
Beating up on innocent civilians!
They have no stake here.
Jesus. Just murdering these civilians, it's fine.
みたいにこうキャラ
He's
ク
just
ターを
Ryoma.
ダブルでアクションするとハートマークは出ますけど、あれもキャラクター同士の親密度が上がったっていう証拠なんで、ああいう風にやってもらうとゲームの中でもその2人の仲が良くなることでよりいい効果が出たりっていうこともあります。
You might have seen there when two characters pair up and they attack, there'll be a heart icon that shows over them, and that basically means that the bond between them has gotten closer. So you have that kind of element where characters will build this closeness between them as you play through the game.
Yes, that's true, and
Yeah,
we're not
that's
going to give
cool
away
how
about it,
fluid
but as
switching
Hayashi-san
characters
just said,
is.
there is a support system of some
Level up.
sort. So again, another thing that's very familiar to Fire Emblem
Ding, ding,
fans
ding,
that has
ding.
been brought to life in this Warriors gameplay.
Charging on deeper into battle now.
I like how they did the voice voice acting
here?
again.
Oh,
for the
look at
characters.
this.
Oh no.
It's your buddy.
Okay, we all know who to
Yeah.
cheer for here. And it's not Matthew. I'm sorry, Matthew.
I guess she likes Xander.
Hitting an innocent horse. How could you?
It's like a little bit of support for my treehouse member, though.
It's okay. Little on will get some revenge. Trust me. But see, this is really cool. We have Corrin, we have Ryoma, and we have Xander all just dueling it out here in this action gameplay. That's just a scenario we never would have gotten to experience otherwise.
The game almost
right
seems
yeah,
too
Corrin always
easy,
feels
though.
conflicted.
That's true.
Poor Corrin.
Like, because your character seems like significantly overpowered in comparison to the things that you're fighting. That it may
work,
just be
Matthew.
the demo is made to like
well,
be
no,
easier, so
Xander
it's
chose
easier
to retreat, you know, for the
demo,
good of his people.
like the things
Just
that
don't
make
worry
it
about
look
it.
He had a conflicting appointment.
He
I'll
did.
show up later.
This sort of
He has
game
places
just
to
doesn't
be.
really seem challenging. It just
Showboats.
seems more of like a party-esque
I'm sorry.
type game.
Ryoma's a good
Just
character.
like a fun
stuff.
game.
You sound
I'm
very sincere.
In case you haven't noticed, I might be Team Nor.
But yeah.
Just a little bit.
Just a touch.
Maybe a little.
It's not
Maybe
revealing
a
at all.
little.
Nope.
No.
2017.
So thank you for making
that's
quick
cool.
work of those enemy captains, Matthew. And now we're actually going to jump into a new mode that we're showing exclusively here on Nintendo Treehouse Live, and this is called Coliseum mode. So as Matthew boots it up, Hayashi-san, could you tell us a little bit about
It's a real beaut.
what the inspiration was for Coliseum mode and what it adds to the experience?
ファイアーエンブレムで闘技場ってすごく歴史のあってこう伝統的なモードなんですけど、それをせっかくだから今回ファイアーエンブレム層にも入れたいということで、ゲームのメインのストーリーモードは別でちょっとこれから今後お伝えするやり込み要素の方にそういった遊びが一つ入っています。でそれはいろんなヒーローたちがどんどんこう襲ってきて、それをとにかく倒していくっていうような遊びが入ってます。
So as you know, arenas are really kind of a traditional game element from past Fire Emblem games, so we thought that we want to include that in one way or another. So what we did was include it as a mode that's separate from the main story mode, and it's kind of extra
cool
game
demo
content that you can play in there.
your projects.
And what you'll do is you'll go through and fight lots of heroes one-on-one.
Oh, okay, Cloud.
Until you get to the end.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of
Thank you.
figured
And
it was something along those
we
lines.
jumped right into your
Even
Coliseum mode, and finally, we're
even
playing
in
as Prince
Hyrule
Xander,
Warriors,
and
that
he's
seemed to
actually
be the
storming
case.
Hoshino
But even like the
Castle.
main
This
bosses
is his prior
seem kind of
appointment. He had a
Yes,
separate engagement.
this is where he ran off to. So, as Hayashi-san mentioned, what separates this mode from regular Warriors gameplay is that while you still have waves of enemies to take out, it's much more one versus one focused. So first, Matthew's going to take down these captains here, but then after that, he's actually going to go one-on-one with a series of 6 Fire Emblem heroes, and he's going to have to take them down to win.
Xander's
but he's
pretty
Xander,
cool.
so he totally will.
Yeah, Xander's a boss.
I love watching Xander on his horse charging through hordes of soldiers.
Yeah, we need to take a moment to appreciate the horse here. The horse might be the hero of the whole game. He's fantastic. He flies, he jumps around, he gets right in the thick of it. This horse is really a champion for everyone.
Are you saying Xander's overrated?
No, I would never say that.
I would
I'm just
never
saying that the
say
horse
that.
is right up to his level.
Equals.
Yes,
Partners.
just below him.
今回 E3 ではこの辺の英雄たちを紹介してますけど、もっともっと実はプレイアブルキャラクターいっぱいいますんで、もっともっとお気に入りの男性が
I kind of like them in Japanese, like their
So,
Japanese dialogue.
as you can see, we've seen tons of great Fire Emblem characters in this version of the game, but there will be lots and lots of other characters that we'll be revealing. So I'm sure there'll be some other handsome guys in there that you might be interested in, Audrey, as well. Yeah. Possibly.
More husbands for Audrey.
Yay! Just what I need.
Just what I need.
Don't tell Xander.
しかも今回皆さんやっぱフルボイスっていうことを非常に今回大事に作ってまして、見ていただく通りもうとにかくいろんなプレイヤーがずっといろいろおしゃべりするようなそんな賑やかなゲームになってます。
And as you can see from the gameplay here, it's fully voiced, so you'll be able to play through the battles while enjoying hearing all your favorite characters speak, and that really makes it a really feel-good experience while you're playing the game.
And that's a really good point. Hearing all of these lines voiced by our favorite Fire Emblem heroes is just really an incredible thing for fans. So maybe you could tell us just a little bit more about the decision to make all of the lines fully voiced.
ファイアーエンブレムであんまり全部ボイス
Yeah, I
喋る
really
エコーズではありま
appreciate
した
that
け
they
ど
took
今ま
the
でなく
effort
て
to
今回こ
do all
の
the voice acting that
皆
they've
さん
done
が
with the
ムービーで見
series.
るようなリ
Like
ア
in
ルな
Fire
グラ
Emblem
フィック
Heroes,
の
it's a
ファイアーエンブレムのヒーローたちを
free
実際
app
にプレイ
for
で
your
きるように
phone.
っていうことで今回やったので、ボイスも自然と
And
やっぱこ
in
の
the
ゲームだ
app,
とやっぱ
like
み
if
ん
you
な
just
ちゃ
like
んと
tap
喋
on
っ
a
てほしいよね
character,
ということで
they'll
今
say
回
it,
フルボイ
like
ス化
it'll
を
actually
最初から決めて作っ
like
てました。
vocalize someone that
So,
will
well,
like
it's not like
have
every
voiced that
single element
character.
of
And
game
it
is
shows like
voiced
the people
like
that did
it
the
might be in
artwork,
Echoes,
it gives
but,
credit to them,
this is
it gives credit to
definitely a
the
game
voice
that
actors
takes
themselves. It's really
you know, the
cool.
characters that
I
you've
already
seen
beat this
in
game.
movies from past Fire Emblem
That's
games,
impressive,
but then
dude.
makes them playable within the game. So that's really kind of a special thing that we're doing
Got
with the
'em.
game. So we thought
That item.
it would
Yeah, you go.
it would really make sense. The only way to kind of to bring just that
But yeah, I think
justice
the voice
to that would be
acting
to
is really cool
add voice
within
to their actions during the game.
the Fire Emblem
Absolutely,
series,
really
and they
like
actually
that a lot.
pick
And as we saw,
voice
Xander
actors
made
that
quick work
have
of work
already
there.
had
This is true.
substantial
Plowed right through them.
Yes.
voice
The voice
acting
isn't just
experience.
like
So it's
flavor; it
not like
also
the voice
provides you
acting is
with a lot of
bad
in-game
either.
instruction and direction about where your weak areas are on the map and where
So
soldiers
I
need,
think
or
that's
where your
really cool.
characters need to be deployed. So it works across the board to bring people into the Fire Emblem experience.
It really does. And now something terrible and wonderful is happening. Crom has showed up, and it's husband versus husband. I don't know who to cheer for.
It's okay. Let the battle decide.
Yes.
Whoever is more worthy of your affections wins.
Oh, God. Matthew, you fiend.
She has a lady boner for these characters apparently.
This is all you're doing. All right, fight wisely.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no winning
I love
for you.
how the
There's no winning
like
for me,
little,
actually. You could pull it off.
The minion characters just
Yeah,
are
give them
like
some
standing
space,
around,
Matthew.
not doing
God's
shit.
sake.
Oh gosh.
Oh, poor Crom.
Crom stands alone as his soldiers are run down.
They really are
He's
being
taking
run
the patient
down.
approach.
Like literally.
Luring him out. And there it is.
It's hard to watch.
If I just bait all of my
Maybe they're
soldiers,
sparring, and
I'll win the battle.
Afterwards.
And star in a buddy comedy.
Together they fight crime.
Yes, it could happen.
Get him. Got him.
You know, that's going to hurt tomorrow.
Nah, I'm pretty sure it hurts right now.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, and there's Xander's special attack.
This won't do him in, but it's going to sting.
Yeah. It's not as special when it's against Crom. And now we have Rowan showing up, and this is the twin brother of Liana, who we saw earlier on in the segment.
Right. There it is. That means that Crom is no longer fighting alone.
Xander's pretty powerful, though, so
yeah.
We'll see if even the two of them can manage.
We'll see what Matt's strategy is here, too.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just to start murdering them. His strategy is to murder.
That's a sound strategy, actually.
There it is.
Let's just murder the shit out of everybody. That's a good strategy.
In mode, you can actually play as different Fire Emblem characters and go to different stages, but I think I'm pretty set on storming Hoshido Castle as Xander. That works for me.
Yeah. So we're just seeing a little slice of the content, but it goes much deeper than this.
A slice?
A couple of slices.
Swords? I'm
Wrecked.
Oh, good Lord.
I love how the horse like flips around and shit
My
with
brain
him.
thinks I've punched before I
That's
realize
pretty
what it's doing.
Oh, don't put baby in a corner. Yeah, the horse knows better. The horse is trying to get away from Crom.
Xander, no.
Oh, look at that flip. That horse is amazing.
You can get a couple of pirouette kicks in. Oh, little slide.
Get Crom. Kill him.
It's got both of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is not going to go well for
He actually got their stun gauges down and then did his special attack, which is a really sound strategy.
That you wish he wasn't using.
I wish he wasn't doing it.
Okay, so he doesn't have much left to him, and that took care of him.
Yeah, did he level up on Crom?
No, that was.
Okay.
I think that was Rowan who leveled up.
Because that would have been rude.
Yeah.
That would have been rude.
Crom will die a dignified death.
Crom's tired. Crom's gonna go nap now. Don't worry about him.
Nap time.
And there it is. I mean, the decision is made.
There's the no.
You have to live with it.
I don't have to live with anything.
So we're just waiting for the gates to crack open now?
I'd be very surprised if they didn't do magic users. Especially like if you look at
but really that's one of the joys of this game is that we see all of these characters that we love from previous Fire Emblem
like
games.
Hyrule Warriors.
We get to see them.
They incorporate usually the way they go about it. Because I mean look at Corrin technically is a magic user.
Now we've got Corrin here defending Hoshido Castle.
So usually see how she has a sword as well. They'll probably do something along those lines where they'll do like a hybrid.
Let's go with sister.
Because like Robin,
like to summarize,
they could do like male, female Robin, and they can give him a tome, and they could give him a sword, which is exactly what they did in Super Smash Brothers.
Considering they're fighting to the death.
So I would be very surprised if they
fighting
didn't have tome users.
And I love how even as Xander is basically trying to wreck house on Corrin, he's still giving pointers and trying to be the tutor here.
Very, very big brotherly.
Absolutely.
I noticed that Xander is shielding or blocking from time to time. The horse is just shaking it all off. The horse doesn't care.
I tell you, this horse is a beast. This horse is going to save everyone.
You've already got Corrin down to less than half.
Yeah.
You're making short work of her.
Wrecked.
That's what you get for choosing Hoshido.
She's got a little support.
And now we have Liana showing up. Don't tell her what happened to Rowan. She might not be happy about it.
He's dead.
I love these character introduction scenes as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, all of the character introductions, their animations, their special attacks, they're just so much effort and detail was put into them.
They actually did those on the app, Fire Emblem Heroes as well, for certain characters. I wonder if they're going to continue doing it for later on.
For a bit, but he's rallied.
It's really rough to be a red shirt
but
here
yeah, they
in
only did
Hoshido Castle.
for a handful of people. It's kind of sad, but the amount of detail and like the quality of the animation itself was very high.
Oh, look at this beautiful leaf. Don't you love nature, Rich?
Ryoma hates leaves.
Ryoma, why would you do that? That's just awful.
He just hates raking.
He really does. So now the Crown Prince of Hoshido, who hates leaves in nature, has just showed up, and Xander's gonna make him cry. Go make him cry, Matthew.
All right, I'll try my hardest.
I'm not Matthew's boss, but I'm acting like it. Go kill things.
Kill in my name.
Yes.
Just happens to coincide with what I'm doing already. So.
Oh God. Jesus.
Yeah. Make sure he feels it. No quick death. No honor for him.
I'm feeling it. I'm really feeling it.
Yeah, this game makes me feel like a bad person, but in the best of ways.
But in the best of ways.
Power up.
Now we have the legendary Blade Siegfried.
So many legends.
So many legendary
blades.
Yes.
Yeah, it makes you wonder. It's kind of like Pokemon, where it's like, oh yeah, just another legendary, blah blah blah.
It's gonna hurt worse in a few minutes.
Yeah. And we only have a few minutes, and we must make Ryoma suffer. So make him suffer, please.
No, no, no.
Yeah, the question is, can we cause enough suffering to Ryoma? By we, I mean Matt.
Yes.
Before we have to move on.
I think it's a team effort. I feel like we're channeling our positive vibes his way.
We're all doing it.
Yes.
We're all winning today.
Just funnel your positive energy, guys. Oh, you missed.
I'm ready. I'm prepared.
I am prepared.
I love how the enemies drop money, too. Like, they don't need that anymore. Take that off your hands.
Jesus.
That'll do it.
Yes.
Nice.
Excellent work.
Perfectly timed.
We didn't get to see him fall, but
there's Fire
Emblem
Warriors.
There's nothing more shameful than an off-screen death.
Perfect.
And scene.
Now we've got, the hero
Pony.
of everything.
Husband victorious.
Yay. Score 1 for Husbando. All right, now that's all of the gameplay that we have to show off today, but we have a little something special.
Yeah, that game looks cool.
That
looks
I
fun.
can't quite reach.
All right.
Maybe
give
we
you a
can
hand
reach
here.
them.
Just cover it up so
Gotta reveal these.
Secrets are happening.
All right, behind this hand here, we have a couple of secrets happening, and that is 2 new Fire Emblem amiibo, which are right here. We have Crom, who I'm just gonna hold a little, and Tiki. Now, these are brand new Fire Emblem amiibo, and just like all Fire Emblem amiibo, they'll actually be compatible with Fire Emblem Warriors. We're not going to talk about what they can do, but all you need to know is
there's another example of a magic user would be
cool
Tiki.
they are, and they're compatible.
Cloud.
Yes. That cape is pretty special, actually.
So, Tiki and Corrin are both like Dragonborn, I think is what they're
do you have any final words that you'd like to say to our audience?
Something or other. They're like awoken by like a specific like gem type
ここに出てるようなプレイブルキャラクター今回紹介
like
させていただきましたけども、まだまだプレイブル
So,
まだ
when they're in that dragon form, that is
ご意見もあると思うので、そういったキャラクターをこれからどんどん公開していきますんで、これからもそこを楽しみにしててください。はい、よろしくお願いします。
So in Fire Emblem Warriors, you've seen just a small selection of some of the characters that are going to be available in the full game. So we'll definitely be announcing more characters that are going to be in the game coming up. And some people said, oh, they're only sword users that we've revealed so far, but there are all kinds of other characters that are coming. So we really hope that you're.
They better have Hector in that game.
Great. Thank you so much.
Hector makes
thank
the
you,
series.
Matthew, for destroying Ryoma.
Hector's such a badass.
Thank you, Crom and Xander, and thank you everyone for watching. This has been Nintendo Treehouse Live at E3, and we've got some more great content coming up soon. So please stay tuned.
Manakeets? I have no idea, to be honest. You may be right. I haven't played like the games that they actually show up in, so I don't know like the specific lore behind how they transform and stuff. I just know from like one Super Smash, but mostly the app for the phone, the different like magic users and stuff, because like they constantly are adding in new people from the series itself, which is really cool that they're like keeping it motivated. They actually just released a brand new game type this week, so like it's very live, it's very vibrant. Ike fights for his friends. Indeed he does. Indeed he does. But it's cool because it actually has like a building story too. that kind of makes it its own full-fledged Fire Emblem game. Because Fire Emblem isn't Fire Emblem without like some sort of in-depth story. And so that's also something that they constantly are like releasing updates for, is this like chapters of the story, so you can progress through the story of what's happening in the game. So you can argue that they released like an unfinished game, but it's completely free outside of the microtransactions, and the microtransactions are completely voluntary. Like you're not forced to do that, and you're not forced to do it, or you're not even like, it's not even like a pay to win type of thing, like, because you can only have like four champions for heroes on a team at a time, and so even if you have a shit ton of like 5-star people, which is the highest rating you can get, you're still limited as to how many people you can actually put on the field. So they did a great job of both limiting it while also providing ways of being able to make money off of it. But even the microtransaction aspect, you're not guaranteed anything. This guy, I started Path of Radiance, but I haven't finished it, and then I haven't played anything since then except for the app. How was Path of Radiance? Like it was Path of Radiance and then Path of Awakening, I think. I don't remember honestly. But they just keep coming out with games, and I've been focused playing like other stuff, and so I just haven't had like the time or money to kind of like scope those things out. So I haven't really played like an official Fire Emblem game since Sacred Stones, but I did, since I got all my emulator stuff, I did download Path of Radiance because I was like, yeah, there's I'm pretty sure there's a Fire Emblem game for the GameCube, and so I downloaded it and started playing it. I haven't streamed it, but I have played some of it, and it's fun. That's Ike's origin story, and I think that's really cool because Ike is a pretty big Fire Emblem character. So yeah. But yeah, how was Awakening? Is that the one where it's Lucina and she's like disguised as Marth? I feel like that's it. Radiant Dawn is Path's sequel. What did that come out for? Radiant Dawn. Oh, it's for the Wii. Okay. Yeah, I guess I could play both of those. May as well just go ahead and download that. Romulation. Romulation's a good website. You have to like set up an account. Was fun but challenging. I'm assuming you meant Path of Radiance, because you kind of mixed them. POD. Fire Emblem Radiant Dawn. What? Game download restricted. Lame. Lame. What music are they playing right now?
Hello everyone, welcome back to Treehouse Live here at E3 2017. I'm Matthew, joined here again by Rich from Treehouse, and we have two special guests today, Mr. Takahashi from Monolith Soft and Mr. Yokota
now we're talking
from,
about some Xenoblade
in
stuff.
Japan. Today Raymond's going to be
I'm
interpreting for
gonna move
us,
this back down.
and we're here to play
I don't like it in the
Xenoblade
top corner.
Chronicles 2. Sorry about that. Set us up here, Rich. What are we looking at?
Cool. So if you've watched the trailer,
That
you already
guy
got a
seems
bit
really
of a taste of what the world and the story looks like. So we're going to kind of go a little bit deeper into the combat system and talk about what makes Xenoblade Chronicles 2 special.
Yeah, I wonder.
Right now we're
if
looking
they're gonna
at.
try and keep
I'm
going
to
to
do a little bit of story stuff after that.
Because I liked it.
And I'm going to have
Xenoblade
Mr.
Chronicles
Takahashi
X.
do
I don't
some
know if it's the same
explanations
as
of
Xenoblade
the
Chronicles,
world as we're playing.
but I
before
thought
we do this, I want to get into a bit of the combat so that you can get a sense of what's happening.
Like the game style, I guess.
Just, as I'm playing and as we're talking. Right now, we're looking at the two sort of protagonists. We're looking at Rex on the right and Pyra on the left. It might look like I've got two people in my party right now, but when I get into combat in just a moment, you will see.
She's a sword.
Real quick.
She's a sword.
There's Rex. There's Pyra. Hi guys. So once we get into combat, you'll see it's really only Rex who's doing the fighting. Rex is what's called a driver, and then Pyra is his blade. The blade imbues a character with a weapon, with an ability to fight functionally. So you can see that he pulls out the Aegis blade, and there, I'm going to try to get a better camera angle on them. You can see Pyra is sort of powering him or charging him up. What this allows me to do is on the right-hand side, you'll see the new arts palette. People who've played the Xenoblade Chronicles series will remember the arts palette from previous games. It's been streamlined significantly now, so it's just using the 4 buttons on the right-hand side of the Joy-Con controller.
Oh, that's nice.
As with the previous Xenoblade Chronicles games, attacks are automatic, and with every attack you'll see I'm building up my arts. You can see around the little diamond, I'm kind of building up my attack power. I now have all of them fully charged and I can trigger an attack. I'm going to launch my anchor shot to pull some HP out, because honestly this first battle that I'm doing right here is a little bit on the outside, with just one person
optimized
here.
Very well.
So I need to pull as much HP as I can. You'll notice my double spinning edge has a side attack bonus. I'm going to try to get around and demonstrate it. There, you see that little halo indicates that I was able to get around and pull off the side attack. It's going to be hard to get a back attack on him. Oh, he didn't turn. No, that didn't pull off. But every time I'm doing these attacks, as I'm doing my arts, or as I'm doing my basic attacks, I'm charging my arts. And then as I'm doing my arts, I'm charging up my blade's ability to attack using her power. That's the right-hand icon on my arts palette right there. You just saw it went to level 1, and I've got this flame ability. Pull back, and you can see Pyra is charging me up, and I just blasted him, and now he's on fire. He'll be dead in just a moment, so we'll do some more combat stuff after that. Now, right now, I'm just showing you what the absolute basics are about, so that I can start layering some additional complexity on. And what, cool. You know, it's a very deep RPG, and I want you guys to be able to understand what I'm talking about here. As I'm going into this next battle, though, I wanted to ask Takahashi-san a question. The first time I heard the name of this game, Xenoblade Chronicles 2, my first question was, why is this Xenoblade Chronicles 2 and not a follow-up to Xenoblade Chronicles X or some other suffix?
今回のタイトルを最初に聞いて、
I was actually curious about that as well.
タイトルなんですが、思ったのがなぜ今回は2なんでしょうか。ゼノブレード X の次のタイトルではなかったんでしょうか。
そうですね。今回はゼノブレードクロニクス X の場合はかなりオープンワールドをベースにした探索メインのゲームだったんですけれども、今回どちらかというとゼノブレード1に近い、リニアなストーリードリブンなゲーム性を目指して作ってますので、あえて今回は2とさせていただきました。
So when we were developing Xenoblade Chronicles X, it's really a game driven through exploration and in an open world. And with Xenoblade Chronicles, it was really story-driven, and this time we want to create a story-driven narrative and game, and so we opted to go with Xenoblade Chronicles 2.
Thanks. That answers a lot of questions because we do have a very strong character focus
definitely
in this
got
game.
that
We'll be
feeling
showcasing a few more of the characters who make up your party in a minute. I
Xenoblade
do want to
Chronicles
point
X
out, by the way, that where we are in
open world
development right now, there's still a lot of polish that's going on. So the graphics look really great already. You can see off in the distance. We'll talk a bit about the world.
Capturing and
but you can see how much I have to explore before this demo is over right now. But in the months that we have left in development, we're going to see a lot of polish going on. So bear that in mind as we're playing. Right now, I'm looking out across this field, and up here you see the head of the Titan on whose back we're riding.
divided into
over here you
specific
can see the
sections,
Cloud
and each
Sea.
section has like specific
I want to
objective that you
point
have
out
to,
that one thing that makes this game very different from other games is
do
all of the
to
land masses are
clear
really
that area, which basically
titans.
is like 100%
You're
in
walking
area.
on the backs of these
And
gigantic
then
monsters.
it
This is
kind
the only
of,
place you
as
live.
you clear areas,
you
it like
fly
slowly
around on
contributes
airships,
to
or you
your
ride on the backs of titans, but there's no land
progression
mass.
for like your team
Other than
within
perhaps you might be able to see a
the,
hint of the world
human
tree that
area.
was mentioned in the trailer
Because
there.
like there are different teams
but we'll
with
be
different
getting into that a little
objectives,
bit later on.
for exploring.
Now, Matt, you had a question about this, an observation that you'd made when we were talking.
Yeah, right. So
the
of course
planet,
you see
I
the
don't even know what it's
verticality there,
called.
and you just mentioned that these are titans that we're
But yeah.
exploring right now. And in the original Xenoblade Chronicles game, we had two bodies of land, Bionis and Mechonis, and that kind of set up how you explored that game, and it really kind of drew out the story as well. I was wondering, for Xenoblade Chronicles 2, how did you go about building this world, and how do the titans play into it?
ゼノブレード1では鬼神と巨神っていう
This game looks
と
really
ころで
pretty so
ストー
far.
リーが繰り広げられたと思うんですが、今回は
Yeah,
どう
you
い
can
った
post
形
links.
でこの巨神っていうのはストーリーに
It'll
関わって
let
くる
you.
んでしょうか。
そうですね。今回は、かなり今までよりもかなり
That's the
スト
best
ーリー
link.
の根幹に関わってくる存在
I
として
googled that
こ
one
のアルスという
often.
生物がいます。で今ここにいる生物は、まあ、キリンのような四つ足で歩いてるやつなんで
I'll
すけども
probably do it
それ以外に
between
人型であっ
games
た
that they
り
show
ク
again.
ジラみたいなやつであったりいろんな
She's
形
pretty
の
hot for a sword.
アルスが存在しています。でそれぞれがここは今大自然の景観が多いところなんですけども雪原であったりとか、海洋的なもので海みたいなものであったりとかそういったようなさまざまな景観を今回はいろんなアルスに散りばめてそれぞれ探索
Should I have the sound on for
遊んでもらえるような
that,
作りになっています。
Nick?
And so I think you will notice as you play this game that these titans really play an even more of a core role in the game and the story itself. And as you see here, the titan you see here is kind of like this giraffe-like titan walking on all fours in a long neck. But there are titans that are in humanoid form. There are titans that look like whales. So there's all different kinds of titans. And each of those titans have a specific type of landscape that they have on their back. So like you see here, there's this one has a lot of lush greenery. And you'll see other titans may have a snowfield.
It's cool
other
that you're
ones
like
are just
on
water-based.
monsters,
So they all
basically,
play a
to
different
down-
role, and
or
they all
to-
have
like you're
a very
exploring
distinct
what's apparently
existence
called
within
titans
this world. And I
in
think
the
that
game.
you'll
I
find
think
it
that's pretty
fun
cool.
exploring, and that's really a big part of the story.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
Now, I've been holding off on getting into more combat because I want to show off another element of the game. I mentioned that Pyra is Rex's blade, but I actually have another blade with me here, Fudor, and I'm going to conjure forth a new blade. Earlier in the battle, in my very first battle, I picked up this core crystal right here. I used this core crystal to pull out new blades. When I summon a new blade or conjure a new blade into existence from these core crystals, they bring with them a new weapon type. And then I get access to new arts. And I'll talk a little bit more about that too, but I wanted to ask Mr. Takahashi to explain a little bit about the relationship between blades and drivers and where that came from.
まず今コアクリスタルで新しいブレードが出てきたんですが、このドライバーとブレードの間の関係性っていうのに関してお話しいただけますでしょうか。
Yeah, that's really interesting.
まずブレードと呼ばれている今コアクリスタルから誕生したんですけれども、これはプレイヤーに対してドライバーに対して力を与えてバトルを組み立てていく存在になります。で、今3人ついてますけれども、アタッカー、タンク、ヒーラー、大きく分けてこの3つの
I probably will get this game,
力を持ったブレ
honestly.
ードをプレイヤーが
I really enjoyed Xenoblade Chronicles X, but I also really like story-based games.
今ゲームに
so I feel like I'll really enjoy this
まあ
game.
3人なんですけども、これ以外にもさまざまな姿を
I really want
特殊な
like a
能力と
Switch
姿を持ったブレー
and
ド
a
が
fucking
たくさん存在します。なのでこれをゲーム中に集めていって自分のプレイスタイル、好きなプレイスタイルで遊んでいくっていうような組み立て方ができるようになっています。
So as you saw in the menu option there, you had 3 different blades.
Capture card, video capture card.
Came out of the core crystal.
Because I really want to be able to
explained
stream this
earlier,
stuff when it comes out.
These blades provide power and strength to the driver that they're connected with. And as you see here, there's only 3 in this, but there are actually many different types of blades, and they all take many different forms, and they all have different attributes and skills that they bestow on the driver. And but they all kind of separate into three kind of main categories, which is attacker, healer, and tank. And so based on the type of gameplay and playstyle that you have, you can mix and rearrange these blades to really fit your playstyle, and it gives you a lot of freedom into controlling how you play the game. And it's really, and there's a lot of fun to be had in collecting and finding these blades as well.
Now, I've just been slaughtering some herbivores while we were talking there. But now that I've added a few extra people into my party, you'll see I've got Nia and Tora here, each of them with their own supporting characters, let's say. Right now, I have 3 blades at my disposal just for Rex, and I can swap between them once they've charged up adequately. I added these people to my party in part because Tora is a tank. That's what he's best at. So I've got him drawing aggro from, I got the Field Armu's kid is now angry at me too. I probably shouldn't have attacked Dad.
We can see that he's getting the Argo because of that red circle around him, right?
Yeah, so he's got all of, oh, that didn't look great. He's got all of the aggression of the enemy centered on him, freeing me up to move around into different positions and pull off some of my side and back attacks. Now, the arts palette in the past has been a fairly complicated menu system to navigate. What seems to be the case in this game now is we've got the arts palette of just a handful of buttons on the right-hand side, but we've also got the blades on the left-hand side. When I swap between blades, I can bring out a new set of arts. So instead of having to navigate any menus, I have all of them at my fingertips. I can just tap the blade that I want to bring into battle, which they're charging up right now. I may kill this guy before I get any blades in here. Let's see. Yeah, I'm going to swap over to Fudor. I just brought him in. He's got his axe. He comes out with all of his arts ready to go. And you'll see that I have some special abilities that I can use for different conditions. As with the previous Xenoblade games, we've had like break and topple conditions. Those conditions exist here as well as a few new ones that can chain together. Rex right now doesn't have any, I'll just go ahead and attack him here. Rex doesn't have any ability to break or topple, so I'm relying on my other characters to do that for me. And they're not really into it right now, but we'll probably knock this guy out and move on to a new battle. But I can chain off of my allies' attacks in order to trigger not just break and topple combos, but also blade combos. I'm sorry, I can't resist grabbing all of the money, all of the loot.
And these combos that you're talking about, it's great
that
you have everything at your fingertips.
Even if I'm full of money or full of health, I just have to
those combos are kind of hard to set up, and they have to be timed specifically. So it's great to have it so close at your fingertips to get those off.
Wait, more gentle herbivores. Come back here. Let's fight. Oh no. You're so fast. You're like a gazelle.
Yeah,
I can just target someone else.
Yeah, so if you have your weapon drawn out, you actually travel a little bit slower than you would normally.
I was not going to catch that guy. We'll just fight someone else. Evolution's been very good to them. So now I've got, let's see, Tora's drawing aggro. Nia is a healer, and so she's doing her healing attacks. She's actually pulling HP for me. Oh, there's a break. I'm not going to charge up Fudor in time to take advantage of that break, although if there's a topple, I may have a chance. I don't think we're going to get topple off of that. Now, one thing I didn't get a chance to talk about before that oh, he's been launched. Someone else launched him. The launch was,
I think
it's passed.
Yeah.
I was going to show off another of the abilities, but we'll get another opportunity in a second, because I wanted to talk about the blade art, or the blade abilities right now. Nia's using one of her blade abilities, Poison, and you can, or actually it was Toxin, and now she's poisoned this Buffalo.
Balufo.
You do it. You do it.
Thank you. Who I think is new to this, but many people may have seen that there's a lot of classic enemies from the original game too, like Bunnets.
Balufo.
Balufo? I don't know.
Balufo. I'm going to go with that for now. But we'll keep attacking these gentle creatures of the night, and
we'll just keep murdering these gentle creatures.
One thing I'm kind of holding off on for now is I don't necessarily want to go into the main field, because there are going to be some things that will kill me, and I'll show you getting killed inevitably. It's just going to happen.
Right.
Another thing I want to talk about is my basic attacks will trigger automatically, of course, but unlike in previous games, if I'm moving, they're not going to trigger. So I have to stop and think about where I want to be in order to do my basic attacks.
Something else about that is you don't want to move around all the time either, because each automatic attack is a little bit different. You have 3 steps to that, right?
1, 2, 3. So you can see that the basic attack is a combo. And as I'm building up my arts, I can also trigger. You see that little blue ring was me triggering an art off of my basic attack that helps me charge up a little bit faster and may do a little bit more damage.
Right.
I got it again right there.
Yep.
So even though some of the battle may feel very automatic, there are a lot of real-time actions that you're taking in order to build up your arts and to build up your blade abilities as well. I have my flame ability ready right now, and I might as well finish him off with it. Oh, he's already down. I'm sorry, Pyra, that was wasted.
Looks like you got
I got somebody else. Sorry, you're just collateral damage, pal.
Jeez, that's rough.
And now you're gone. I'm going to move into some more challenging enemies. The oasis where all of the gentle creatures come for a nice sip of water is maybe not the nicest place I could be. So I'm going to run past a little
how
bit
the games
more.
look and that sort of thing.
There was something else you had.
Yeah, sure. While you're running around here, let me ask Takashi-san. In a lot of your games, you prefix the titles with Xeno. I was wondering, just in general, what does the word Xeno mean to you?
高橋さんが作成されているゲームの中でゼノっていう言葉がよく使われるんですが、そのゼノっていう言葉は高橋さんにとってどういう意味を持っているんでしょうか。
はい、ゼノという言葉自体が異質とか異なるとか、そういった意味があったと思うんですけれども、僕ら普段他の人と一緒に暮らしている時にみんなそれぞれ違うわけで、性格が違かったりとか生まれが違かったりで、それっていうのは
Because like you have to be able to summarize what's being said without forgetting information, conveying it to the person. It's like playing telephone.
So
like
the word,
you have very possible
means like something different or something kind of not
the message is being
not
portrayed, especially
familiar.
Crossing
And I think
boundaries,
in life when we're living, you meet different people and they have different personalities, different backgrounds. And it's the drama between the interaction between those people that create the drama of life. And I thought that it would be great if I can drop
so
that
depending
drama
on what's
into
being
video
shown
games.
next,
And
I
that's
may
why
just hop
I
off
add
until my
Xeno to a
stream
lot
later.
of my games.
All right. Awesome. Thank you very much.
Now, I went over and attacked this
overall, I'm definitely excited about Nintendo's lineup for the next year.
And they're pack animals, so they started calling in their buddies, and so this battle's going on a lot longer
really
now.
Stoked about all of the focus they put on Metroid. It's been too long. It has been far too long.
Is anyone going to be able to topple him?
So I'm really excited.
I want to hang out here and see if I can pull
they're remaking a game that I've been wanting to play.
Oops, I did that a little bit early.
And
but it was still
they're
all right.
continuing my favorite series ever in the Metroid series, which is arguably my favorite series.
You can see the chill bars
period.
Slowly trickling down. If I were to pull off another,
I couldn't be happier.
Down he goes. If I had time to pull off another blade art,
I'm surprised
they
didn't say anything about the Harvest
one of those
Moon
blade
stuff.
Combos. We will have an opportunity to demonstrate
though
that as we
I
get
don't know if
deeper,
Harvest Moon is
into this level.
exclusively
But
Nintendo,
for right
so
now,
that may be why I haven't heard anything, at least on this.
Yeah, and you're angry. Oh, good.
Stream.
I don't feel so bad attacking aggressive animals. One thing I want to point out that's really interesting about this take on
I'm
the
definitely
Xenoblade,
excited with the
the
things
familiar
they've shown.
elements of Xenoblade.
I'm definitely more excited for Super Mario
In the
Odyssey.
previous game, for example, you had the ability to identify how aggressive an enemy was and how they would spot you. You could see the little eye to indicate that they had a visual range,
much
or
more likely to
you
get
would
it
see whether they
now
were
than I was.
detecting you by sound.
But this game, I think would be really
as
fun.
I mentioned, more importantly, you could tell if they were aggressive enough to attack you
obviously, the
on
Metroid
sight.
would be great.
You don't have that in this
I'm really
game,
excited
and,
for a main
it's
system
because you're intended now
Pokemon
to
game
learn
series,
more
'cause
about
they've
the enemies.
never
Oh,
done that
topple,
before.
punch. Oh, too slow.
Oh.
But there's... All right, buddy.
Next game they show is Pokemon.
There we go.
Yeah, I can see that.
We'll see if we can do it. I didn't get a chance to switch over to Fudor in time to take advantage of that topple.
I may
but this time around, you're meant to study the animals. You're meant to study their behaviors and learn through your experiences. You might die along the way. I certainly will.
I am like a huge Pokemon fan, so I may just scope it out a bit.
Just keep firing off.
From my understanding, it's probably they may not even give it its own spotlight
and you'll learn how to
fight
them through experience.
With DLC, of course, included, but
and through repeated death.
I'd honestly be kind of surprised if they gave it its own spotlight.
I'm gonna trigger
just since it's not like a new game.
You can see it charging.
That would almost be like giving
doing serious
Mario
knockback.
Kart 8
Shard
Deluxe
is still in
spotlight.
play.
Like,
if I were to trigger with a complementary ability, again, I would be able to chain off of that.
I don't know. We'll see though.
Now, in order to demonstrate some of that, I am going to start to grab some HP. I already
obviously, I'm not the one who's running the show.
In order to demonstrate that, I'm going to have to head in the direction of town.
It's very possible that's what the show is.
So I can show you. It's not just fighting. There's a fairly sizable town on the back of this Titan.
Usually I don't watch the Clubhouse.
One thing that we talked about earlier is the way in which the setting shapes the lives of the people in this world.
When they go into the details and show you sort of like
in this town, I wanted to ask Takashi-san about the people. That's big.
That's
just
enemy.
Yeah.
Oh, he's gonna
Let's
die.
just show you what that
One
looks
hit.
like. Because
dead.
I didn't even get my sword out in time. All right.
Dead.
That's another one hit.
Here we go.
He is very territorial. I've got my party bar charged up a little bit so I can bring Tor back. Just in time to die.
Nice.
Now, as I mentioned before, when you die, did I mention this? Who knows? We'll review it on playback. When you die, you are set back to your latest checkpoint. You don't really lose anything in the process, though. Yeah. So it's like it's educational. I just had a very educational death right there. I had a question for Takashi-san about the lives of the people who live on the backs of these Titans in all of these different environments that form up that form the world of Xenoblade Chronicles 2.
ゼノブレイドの世界を作るいろいろなタイタン、巨人樹に住んでいる人たちについて少しお話しいただけますでしょうか。
はい、今ここにあるアルスはグーラと呼ばれているキリン型のやつなんですけども、ここものすごく、自然景観の豊富な場所で木材の産業が非常に発達している場所ですね。でここでは割とこうなんていうんですかね、町の人たちもちょっと獣人っぽい人たちが住んでいて、で木工細工であったり何だったりというのをなりわいにしている人たちがたくさん暮らしています。でちょっと場所を転ずるともうちょっと軍事大国的なアルスがあったり、そこで暮らしている人たちは軍人が多かったりとか、
住むなんか種族がまあ違うんですよね。
One thing I really like about the Xenoblade series is how
それ
pretty
ぞ
the
れのアルスに
landscapes
それぞ
are,
れの異なった種
and
族
just the が住んで environment in
で、それぞ
general.
れがまあ
Like they
こ
do
の
an
広
excellent
大な世
job.
界の中でまあ生きているというか、
I believe it's
生存競争を
Monolith,
繰り広げている
Monolith
そんな
Soft
感じの世
that
界観です。
is in charge of that sort of thing.
So,
I'm
as you
actually
see
fairly
here,
certain
this,
that they
this
worked
Titan's called
with
Galmont, and it's
the development
the
team
giraffe-like Titan.
for
And as you see, there's a lot
Breath of the Wild,
lush greenery and
because they
nature.
had, you know,
So,
Monolith Soft did such a
lumber
good
is
job
very,
with
booming
the
industry
massive
in this
landscapes,
world.
massive
And so,
environment
once you go into town, you'll see
that I
that there's
think
a
they actually
lot
pulled them
of
in to
humanoid
work on
characters,
the
people that live
incredibly
there,
open world
and
aspect of
they
Breath of the Wild.
make a living out of
So
doing
they
woodcraft.
definitely do a great
And,
job as far as
but if you go
open
to,
world
say, a different
environments are
Titan, there
concerned.
are other ones that are more militaristic in nature, and each Titan has a different
really
set
cool.
of species that live there and have a different lifestyle that they live based on. And this world is created with a lot of diversity in terms of Titans and the species and the lifestyles that that everybody has.
You can see there's a bit of a lumber storage yard here. There's a lumber company. The massive toppled trees here. One other thing I want to point out, you've probably already noticed, there's a day-night cycle in the game. We're just fighting our way through a really rough evening. So there is a day-night cycle, there are weather cycles, but because we're in this sea of clouds, basically, this sea also has a tide, and the clouds will rise and fall and ebb and flow with the passage of time. And that rising and falling will obscure or give you access to different areas within the world. So there are places that you'll be able to get to when the tides are low that you can't access when the tides are high. It's another way in which the world itself is informing the design of the game and the look and feel of this world.
Another thing I really liked about the very first game is when it went through those day and night cycles, it kind of had the same theme music, but it changed a little bit depending on when it was, and that's back for this game, and I'm really glad because I love the music in these games.
Yeah, I like it.
So we're going to
how
take
they
a quick
make
walk through this town,
like nighttime is more
just so that you can get a
difficult.
sense of
Like,
the
I like
scope
how
of the world, the number of activities there are in each
depends
place.
on how difficult the game is. I thought that was a cool
And also,
feature as well.
I want to show you something over
I don't know
here.
if that was true in the very
Again,
first
this is
Xenoblade,
very
but I know it was true
much
in the second
a
one.
story of Rex and Pyra and his allies,
kinda neat that they
very
incorporated
specifically.
that
And
sort
at
of
this
thing.
point, we are. There we are. We're wanted men. We've got mugshots. I don't know where they got those mugshots.
That's funny.
And we've got another driver right here who's studying them. He hasn't noticed us yet.
No, not yet.
But why give him a chance?
We noticed him.
Oh, it's you. Hey, wait, you're the
Oh,
guys
it's
from the
you.
pictures. And you'll notice he has his own blade there as well.
That's interesting.
And Tora's drawn his aggro, so he doesn't even notice me. Tora didn't even have his own mugshot up there yet, so he may not even understand what this battle's about. Don't turn around.
いっぱいこういうキャラクター出てきまして、牢屋に囚われてるものすごく強いユニークなドライバーとブレードなんかもいますので、もちろんそういうの戦うと美味しいアイテムとか手に入りますので、ぜひいろんなところに。
Just that pickup sound is so familiar, like.
And you'll find that there's a
just
lot of
the fact that they
unique
pour
and
some of the
interesting
sounds
characters in
over
this
from
world. And for
like the
example,
older games makes
there's a
me
really
excited to
powerful
play
driver
it,
in the
just
blade that's
for
locked
that
up.
the sense
And
of
if you
exploration
decide to
and
challenge
like
and
progression
obviously if you're
and that sort
able
of
to
thing,
defeat the
it's
character, then you get great items.
it's an
back, but,
addicting, it's an
you know,
addicting
a lot of the
revelation.
fun
To be
can come
sure.
from discovering and getting to know these characters and battling with them as well.
Now, one thing before I get too far into the city, I wanted to show off. You don't have direct control over your other party members in a regular combat, but you can swap between them.
Oh, that's cool.
So I just wanted to swap over to Nia, who's riding on the back of her blade. She's a very cat-themed character. You can see her ears.
Oh, that's her blade. Oh, that's cool.
So you do have opportunities to swap between the different characters. And I'm going to get into a battle over here. I mentioned that she's a healer. I just want to show you what that looks like with her blade arts.
Bun it.
ニアだけ特別にね、このトラの白虎っていうキャラに乗れるんですけど。
So Nia's got a special blade where she's actually able to ride him.
And it looks great on the field as you're riding on blade back through the battlefield. So fight a few more rabbits, I think, just to thin the population.
It's a bunnet.
So you
it's
can
not
see,
a rabbit, sir.
Her arts are a little bit different. She's got a full heal art that's super useful. She also has an HP potion art. I'll kill some more rabbits. Why not? It's just.
And then that potion art works really similar to Rex's art that we saw earlier, while the other healing art is more like a standard, what you would expect, like a healing.
One other thing that she has, and I'll try to charge it up during this battle with this slightly tougher rabbit, is she can initiate the break status.
Tougher rabbit.
So if I can trigger that break, maybe by
I wonder if
my
you
arts
keep
a little bit more.
the build-ups for your
This rabbit
arts
might die before I get the break.
Once
but
you leave
here, I'll trigger the
battle. I
ability.
think
You'll
that
at
was
least
the
see the break
case.
happen.
Like once
And then
you
you
built
see
up a
once
certain
I've triggered
amount,
break, another character might
you
trigger
could
topple.
have it
And then
for
another
the
trigger
next,
or character might trigger the
battle
launch
that you
status or
start.
other types of status.
Right.
So there's a lot of depth
can't
in
tell if they
choosing
kept
how you're
that
going to
in
attack
this game.
and even choosing who your party lead is going to be. I do want to switch back to Rex, which means I'm going to be dependent on my allies to trigger those abilities for me. Let's swap blades on the battlefield, back to Pyra. So I'm going to run back through that town, show you a little of the architecture, show you a little of the lives of the people. But then before I run out of time, I do want to take on the big bad at the end so I can show off some of these more challenging moments. And I really, really want to demonstrate some of these combos I've been talking about because, I mean, it's a serious letdown if I tease it the whole way through and then don't actually show it.
And there's a lot going on in this town.
That
That's
wouldn't
what I love
surprise
about the
me
towns
if
in
they
these
did
games.
something along those
It feels
lines.
alive, and there's a lot to do. There's a lot going on.
Yeah, just the ambient chatter of people. You can stop and talk to some of the villagers. And build an understanding of the world that you're in. I'm going to run out here and just show off. I'm going to take a quick look at this warship over here.
And so obviously, you know, as we work more on the development, we'll obviously be fleshing out and expanding the town and all the activities you can do in these towns and cities.
Oh, that's awesome. I'm looking forward to that.
Here's another Titan here. I was actually worried that they constructed a warship into the body of this Titan.
You're so morbid.
Well, it's just, you know, it just seemed like he's got a lot of stuff on him. But Takahashi-san did reassure me that he is still alive and still functioning. Everybody feel better. I was legitimately worried about this. I'm sorry. So I'm going to... Oh, that is an enormous windmill. Let's take a look at it. Where is that enormous... Oh, there it is. Yeah. Way off in the distance. So we're going to run off. Before I get into this boss battle, though, there's a quick fight with some soldiers. Again, this is tied in very closely to the storyline, the existence of this fort and the existence of these soldiers here. Takahashi-san, would you mind speaking about the soldiers that we're about to run across?
That was one thing that was really cool about these games, just like how big things are. Like even the monsters are just monstrous. Like not to like, be redundant, but like they're truly massive.
スペルビアのアルスはもちろん別の場所にあるんですけど、今ここのグーラというところを占領している軍隊なんですね。なのでまああんまりそんなに町の人たちと仲はよろしくない。
Yeah, that's one thing that was really cool about these games. Is it's literally like playing an anime.
So these soldiers here are actually Imperial soldiers from a different Titan,
I
and they've
really
actually
like
come and invaded Golmod, and so the locals aren't really happy about that, and they're kind of in a position where they're kind of enemies.
I really like the
Rex and
gameplay mechanics as well,
and that's the kind of
building up your
setup that we have
arts
going on here.
and using like pinpoint locations as you're like moving around your enemies and that sort of thing to trigger special effects of your arts and that sort of thing. I think it's a very interesting
short work
thing.
Of that crew,
definitely
which is good because with the time that we have left, that might be enough time to beat or be beaten by this upcoming enemy.
Because it's very similar to a turn-based, but it's like it's almost like an active turn-based.
Oh yeah, sorry, that's right.
Where your turn is basically triggered by your auto
also
attacks.
think one of the great features about this game is that even going into the
how
airship
often
is
you're
very
able
seamless.
to
There's no
use your
loading
turn,
in
your
transition. You just go right into it.
Is dependent on how frequently
cargo room we're fighting in is
tremendous. You can position yourself to make your attacks more effective.
You know, all we can show is this section, but it really is massive.
I
see like how he's standing at his
I
side.
hope you enjoy the boss that we've selected to show here on Treehouse Live.
Like you can have, I think if you're behind them, you can actually have
I want to switch back to
better
Pyra.
chance of like
I'm going to talk through my strategy a
and
little
that
bit. I'm going to
sort of
switch back to Pyra so that I can charge up my arts.
Yeah, see if you look at his arts, the
HP,
top one and
do
the side
some of the
one
things that I'm more
are
used
back
to doing.
attack and side
Sort of my
attack
standard,
up, which means you get like an attack, like attack bonus
arts,
if you use
building
that
up my
in those positions.
blades abilities especially. What I want to do here is get all of my
See, like he's gonna go for the back
all of my
attack.
characters' blades to have their abilities charge up to appropriate levels so that I can trigger the combos that I want.
Right.
So I'm not going to use Flame or Toxin or Shard right now. I will attack once I get to level 3, I think. I think that's the safest.
Right. Now, can you switch over?
Do I have time? Do I have time? I don't have time. You got to...
All right, I want Rich to get this combo off, so I'll talk a little bit more about what we're trying to accomplish here. We have two combos that we're trying to get done, maybe. One is the driver combo, which is what we are about to attempt.
Topple him?
Yeah.
Topple him?
Topple.
Somebody topple him. It may not happen now, but it will happen.
And the other one is the one that we previously touched on, the blade combo, which really makes these boss battles a lot of fun, and you have to think about your strategy a lot if you want to get them done either fast or even like efficiently.
今回実はドライバーが放つ物理系の格闘コンボってやつとブレード側が放つ属性コンボっていう2種類ありますので、これ両方合わさったりすると
Those little furry creatures are hilarious. Like they speak like broken English, like when they do talk or whatever, but
arts combo
they're like they're all like
physical and damage, whereas blade combo has a little bit of a more
traders,
attribute,
and so they rip people off all the time. They're very devious, very mischievous, and it's just like you wouldn't expect it because they're so cute, but that actually kind of ties into it. Like they use their cuteness to get people to like lower their deals, or lower their prices and that sort of thing. It's just really funny.
I love the visuals on that one. It's just hilarious to send him flying, and it does a ton of damage. But for my blade combo, it isn't Fudor that I want. Although if I can get him toppled again, I'm gonna go for the strong smash.
I'm not sure.
I'm at level 2. If you look in the right-hand corner, he's not toppled this time. I'm at level 2 on my arts. Oh, but he's broken again.
Oh.
I'm trying to get up to level 3, and to do that, I am gonna need to keep using my arts, even if they're not necessarily the most appropriate art for that moment. We got Toxin. We got Shard. We're going to want Kirim for this combo, if I remember correctly.
Blade combo.
Just a little bit more of a charge.
So let's switch over to Pyra, who's ready, because I can pull off some more HP, get my arts going. I'm not going to worry too much about trying to do the breaks and topples right now, because I really want to race my way to the level 3 art, or the level 3 blade ability.
And something that people can look forward to is the launch is not even the end of the combo. There's more after that. So
yeah, it's just that's the end of what we have at our disposal right now.
Oh, and ready to go.
We got toppled. Okay, I'm ready to go. Going to switch over to Kirim so that all my blades are in place. Thank you for the heads up on that. I'm so caught up in the battle. So we're going to fire off with Toxin first. You'll see that Toxin hits. Did it hit? Are you hitting? You hit.
There he is.
And now you look on the right-hand side. The bar is going down. I've got 2 basically tree options I can follow. I'm going to hit Virus next, which takes us to the next level on that tree option.
Sorry,
and then I need to pay attention here because there's a little bit of action on my part. When Plague is ready, that virus is ticking down. I trigger Blade. I've got 3. Boom.
Oh,
yeah. All right.
I think I might have done it. Did I do it? Am I okay? Are we here?
Oh, wow.
Are we comboing? I think we're comboing.
That looks like
good Lord.
So you can see the amount of strategy that you have to put into building up those combos, but when you do it, it's really satisfying.
Oh man, it feels so good.
Let me move this back.
And having pulled off that combo, I might actually have a little bit more time.
There's a lot going on as far as the user interface. That was one thing that was a little confusing about the games.
Relax and unwind.
But once you get it down, it's not that big a deal.
Switch back to Pyra. Pull some HP because we are actually starting to suffer just a little bit. He's got Tora cornered. He's got him boxed in. Like, buddy, no. And there he goes.
Tora's not even on the floor anymore.
There it is.
That's cool.
So that's it with the
that game
effective use of both.
It's definitely not like a fast-paced game as far as like progressing through the story, but it is very like the battles themselves. It's a lot.
Take a few moments to walk
it's a lot
back
to juggle.
Let the Merc clear.
Especially like making sure you're positioned correctly, making sure
cool
your
arts
are the way
as we're
they're
taking one last walk through the town,
alive. Like
I wanted to know if there's anything else that Takahashi-san wanted gamers to know about in anticipation of this title.
But it definitely makes like the battle, like all the battles are pretty satisfying, even when you're grinding a bit.
はい、今回はゼノブレイド2というタイトルで
these are games that I really like, even though I've only played the one. I probably will stream the original one sometime just because I've been meaning to play it. I can't remember if I bought it or not on the virtual console. I don't think I did. I definitely need to though. It's definitely a game I've been meaning to buy.
探索要素であるとか戦闘の要素であるとかといったものと、ゼノブレード1にあったストーリーを追っていくリニアな楽しさっていうこの2つが融合されているのが今回のゲームですので、ゼノブレード1が、好きだったお客さんも、X が好きな方々も楽しんでもらえるようになってますので、ぜひ、遊んでみてください。
So, like we just saw Xenoblade Chronicles 2, and so the past title, Xenoblade Chronicles X, was, compared to that, I think the development time, we've been able to develop it quickly, but also it was because we had the environment set up after developing Chronicles X that we're able to do this, and we're building this game on top of the engine our system that from Xenoblade Chronicles X. And it has all of the fun and joy of exploration and a battle from Chronicles X, but it also has the joy and fun of the story-driven narrative that's in Xenoblade Chronicles 1. So I really hope that fans of both series will be able to really enjoy it and have fun with this game.
That's great. Cool. Thanks very much. There's one last note I wanted to make, just in case anybody had any curiosity or questions about this. If you've seen the trailer, you know that the game is voiced fully in English. we are playing an in development build. All of the English has not been dropped into this build yet, so you're hearing a lot of Japanese. Obviously, that's not final, but I felt like I should, you know, just
definitely.
I don't know. Me personally, if I had subtitles in Japanese, I'd still think it was cool. It would literally feel like I was playing an anime.
Just a little bit more. But, all right,
you know,
well, I think that'll about wrap it up for us. Thank you, everyone, for joining us to take a look at Xenoblade Chronicles 2. And we'd like to thank our special guests, Takahashi-san and Yokota-san. Up next, we have Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga plus Bowser's Minions, so stay tuned.
Alright, so yeah, Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga, I'm not terribly interested in that sort of thing. I played, I believe, the original one. I bought it. No, I got it for free. I don't remember how. But I got it like a code for something on the Virtual Console. I don't remember what I did, but I played it, and it's enjoyable, but it's okay. It's not terribly special. It's a lot like Paper Mario, and they actually have done like a crossover between those two franchises in the past, so I believe I'm going to cut it off here. Thanks to everybody that came out and watched. I hope you guys enjoyed my commentary, my reactions, my whatever. Hope you guys have a good rest of your day. Hope you guys also decide to tune in to some Kirby Nightmare in Dreamland later on tonight, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And you know, if you don't turn out, or if you don't come on out and hang out, then I guess I'll see you some other time. But hope you guys come and watch. Come and watch some Kirby. But until then, until I see you guys, I will see y'all later, and I will hope you guys have a good day, good time. But yeah, until then, I will see you guys later. So bye-bye now. Bye-bye now.